The following is a presentation of R3 Productions.
2 seasons ago in this matchup, the Bengals marched down the field twice in the last 50 seconds to come back and win 27-21 at Bengal Stadium. Last season, there was no way the Bengals could match the excitement, and indeed not. That excitement was exceeded with another comeback win, scoring 15 points in 3 minutes to take the win 28-24. Saying the Bengals need an energizing win like these previous meetings is an understatement. The Rams' youth in key positions aren't lacking in talent. The running back is more than halfway to 1,000 rushing yards with 9 touchdowns in just 3 games. The better than 50% quarterback has 7 scores through the air. After bleeding turnovers in the first 2 games, the Bengals, particularly the play caller, found ways to maintain even the runaways. But Fuquay found itself with new trouble, penalties. Can Fuquay-Varina finally put together 4 complete quarters? It's time to find out. It's the Rams and the Bengals live from Fuquay-Varina High School. The Bengal R3 Sports Network is on the air.
Fuquay-Varina High School football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network is presented by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group.
Be a handoff. Stewart got a blocker, has another man in front of him, breaks another one. He's got the touchdown as a defender comes in late to be a lead blocker for Carrington. Carrington gets stood up, and look at that, a whole host of Bengals coming in.
Welcome into Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. It's time to get you ready for tonight's matchup.
And the keeper, Uzandu. Look at the speed. Wow. Pistol snap. Elkins, hands off. Harris with a big stop. Lots of room to run now. Zakiti, he got the angle, stays on his feet. Pass, Rhodes, Houston. Got it for the score. Right set on the right side. Hand off. Chadwick stops at the line. Timeout. Touchdown! Oh, Lord. Unbelievable!
Let's head inside the broadcast booth.
Good evening, welcome to Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse in downtown Fuquay-Varina, Rand Northam, alongside the coach, Jim Cole, as we get you ready for tonight's contest. Fuquay-Varina and Cleveland, we're going to have an abbreviated Bengal Game Day, but want to talk about the last time out. Coach, I know you weren't here, but no turnovers. We saw turnovers against Hillside again in the second game of the season, but that was certainly keys to the game. But penalties got in the way of the Bengals last week.
Absolutely going to have to play a perfect game tonight. You know, turnovers kill you. We talked about the 13% drop in chance to win every time you turn the ball over.
Oh yeah, key.
And when you have the penalties, that's just a killer. You're playing a team that's got a fantastic, amazing sophomore running back. Got to take care of the ball. If you can't finish drives, at least sustain the drives to keep the Cleveland offense off the field as much as we can.
And if you're a Bengal fan, this series has to be exciting, especially after the last 2 contests, 2 comeback wins. But then again, that was then and this is now, and you got to focus on tonight's game, right?
Yes, you do. You have to be focused. You have to have your attention to details. You have to have your eyes on the prize. You have to be right on with what you're trying to do at the time that you were trying to do it. You have to be where your feet are. That's what you have to do. Be where your feet are.
I love it.
All right.
Need to unwind after a long week? There's no better place than the Aviator Smokehouse in downtown Fuquay-Varina. Start off with some mac and cheese bites, pick from a list of slow smoked delicious meats, or try a classic sandwich or burger. Stop by the Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart or online at theaviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
Thank you very much. Back with more of Bengal Game Day after this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything. We've got to get to dinner at the Aviator Smokehouse soon.
Wow, how did you do that? Quick, make it stop again. Dinner's at the Aviator Smokehouse in 30 minutes.
No way. Aviator Smokehouse. Aviator Smokehouse?
Well, I guess the tiny tyrant has spoken. We'd better get to the Aviator Smokehouse.
You know Window Effects for the smooth factory finish they do on your vehicle tinting. But did you know that same high-quality work can also benefit your home or business? Window tinting for your home or office will reduce heat, cut down on glare, and stop floors and furniture from fading, saving you money and protecting your assets. Don't know whether you need window tinting? Contact Window Effects today for a free estimate. Search for Window Effects on Facebook and tell them R3 Sports sent you.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. They specialize in home integration, structured wiring of smart homes, house audio, noise control, security, monitoring, central vacuum systems, and so much more. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. They recognize the special care and attention to detail needed when designing your home entertainment. Expect the best.
The Strong Center for Excellence is a nonprofit organization that provides team, group, and individual skills training and league play for basketball and football. They serve youth from ages 6 to 18 whose playing ability ranges from beginner to those preparing for college recruitment. Their trainers are former professional and college athletes who share the belief that hard work, discipline, and a positive attitude are essential in helping people accomplish their goals. Take your student athlete to the next level. 919-285-1374 or thestrongcenter.org.
Welcome back to Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. It's time to head across the gridiron and see how the Bengals match up in tonight's opposing scouting report.
Well, Coach, I think the biggest thing in the Rams scouting report tonight is that, just as you mentioned, Amarian Hampton, sophomore running back, he's been putting up some impressive numbers already this season.
61 carries, 613 yards. If my math is correct, that's about 10 yards a carry.
That's pretty good.
That's efficiency. Yeah, apparently they've not seen a second down all year. You just keep feeding, keep feeding that beast. 6 foot, 210 pounds, 15 years old. Amazing athlete.
Well, and you can't overlook the quarterback in that situation, too. You can't just focus on one person, but another sophomore, Skylar Locklear, he's been putting up some good numbers through the air, too.
Absolutely. 31 out of 56. 537 yards, 7 touchdowns. There's one thing that has been consistent since Cleveland High School opened, and that is efficiency in offense. They've usually been a spread, fast tempo. I just noticed that we don't have play clocks on the field out here.
We don't. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay, I'm sorry I did be distracted
so
easily.
No, you're good.
But, yeah, the offense for Cleveland, ever since Mark Morris opened the program, the offense has done the job. The coaching staff from Mark's time there is still pretty much intact. The offense is not going to be a problem for them. Our issue is how do we keep them off the field.
All right, we'll take another timeout, come back with the Bengals scouting report and comments from the head coach of the Bengals, Jeb Hall. Those will be presented by the Strong Center for Excellence on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
The sports world continues to be saturated with talented individuals. How does your student athlete get what it takes to stand out? Along with hard work and determination, the Strong Center for Excellence will provide skills training and league play for basketball and football. The Strong Center staff also prides itself on focusing on teaching the kids to be strong, confident individuals who are ready for future stages in life. Take your student athlete to the next level. Contact the Strong Center today.
Your home is where you lay your head at night. It's where your children learn to walk, where they get their acceptance letter for college. You want someone to help you who has ethics and integrity, and who will go the extra mile to make sure you get everything you desire in your new home. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group will help you find your perfect home. Don't hesitate to call her today at 919-753-6518 and visit theabsherrealtygroup.com.
After more than 20 years in the corporate world, Pam Castles decided to step out on her own, establishing P. Castles Law, PLLC. She's available for commercial transactional, legal services, such as contracts for purchases and sales of goods and services, and non-disclosure and non-compete agreements, and transportation contracts. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com. P. Castles Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game.
Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse, rolls on. We're minutes away from kickoff, and now it's time to dive into the Bengals scouting report. But first, let's hear from the head Bengal, Jeb Hall, in tonight's Coach's Comments, presented by the Strong Center for Excellence.
Welcome back to Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. Rand Northam alongside head coach Jeb Hall. Coach, another short week here heading into this Cleveland game. Is that helpful for you? Can you quickly forget Monday night's game and move focus here and just focus on the task at hand?
Well, we talked about our mistakes on Tuesday after the Leesville game, and the one thing that's kind of helped us with this week is the fact that Leesville and Cleveland, offensively and defensively, are similar in some ways. So, wasn't a whole lot of adjustments. Just we got to do it better, and than we did against Leesville on Monday.
We talked about Leesville, 3 good quarters, 1, 2, and 4. Third quarter, 2 big plays is really what changed that game. Did you talk about that and focusing on can't give up those big plays and how those are game changers?
We talked last week about putting 2 halves together. Now we're talking, hey, let's get 4 quarters put together. We got 3, now let's get 4. But our kids the effort's still there, which is what you want to see, and they just got to keep working, and we eventually won't figure this thing out.
Big running back in the backfield for Cleveland. I imagine that's got to be a big focus for you tonight.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. This is not your typical throw the ball every play Cleveland like they've done ever since I've known them. But running back is really, really good. And so obviously that's been our focus defensively. We got to make sure we get him to the ground. It's not one person. It's got to be a team effort. It's a gang tackle every time. And these kids, they know it. Hopefully we can do it.
I know you're not one to look back, but has there been any conversation about how much energy this game has brought in the last 2 years, big comebacks the last 2 seasons?
I've talked to the coaches about it. I haven't really talked to the players about it. Kids have a short memory. They don't, we just got to line up and play football, and, if it gets into that situation again, hopefully we can pull out a third one.
All right, thanks, Coach. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
The Fuquay-Varina Youth Bengals competed in their first games in the East Wake Football League this past Saturday. Traveling to Henderson, the junior Bengals swept all 3 age groups over the Tri-City Seahawks. They returned to action against the Clayton Comets at Holly Grove Middle School, their temporary home, this Saturday at 4 o'clock.
Thank you very much. And again, Coach's Comments presented by the Strong Center for Excellence. One quick comment, then we'll take our final break. Coach, we talked about it. Turnovers, penalties, focus tonight, I think, is what it just really comes down to. 4 quarters or 2 halves, however it adds up, focus and limited those big plays.
I was thinking as we were talking to Coach Hall, as a basketball coach, you may be facing an opponent that you can't shut down their best opponent, but if you can lock down the other 4 players on the court, you're in good shape. Football doesn't work like that. You can't just let that one guy eat and hope you're going to stop everybody else. That big guy has to be stopped. We talk about gang tackling, talk about assignment football, talk about everybody being accountable for being where they are. One breakdown is 6 points, and you cannot afford those breakdowns.
Back with the kickoff on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Now here we've got a spacious kitchen.
Honey, this house is beautiful. I think it's the one.
It just came on the market. I'm glad Krista was able to get us in here quickly.
Krista was right. With how quickly houses are selling, it's important to know the market and be prepared to act fast.
With the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty, we'll help you find your dream home. With Krista Absher, the important thing to remember is you come first. She works with honor and integrity, educating you every step of the home buying process. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Protecting your family, your home, your car is extremely important. One company that's been doing just that in Fuquay-Varina since 1956 is Dickens Insurance Agency. Their agents are tried and tested and are able to handle any questions you may have regarding your insurance needs. And if you combine your personal auto, homeowners, and life insurance, let the savings start rolling in. Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com.
Big box stores can sell you a new TV or even speaker wire.
All right, we're going to get you right into some football here tonight. Fuquay-Varina and Cleveland, a short Bengal game day presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. We'll tell you more about them in just a little bit, but 12 minutes up on the first quarter clock, and we are ready for some football. And believe it or not, it's on a Friday night. Rand Northam alongside the coach, Jim Cole. Glad to have you back, Coach.
Thank you, sir. Happy to be here. What a beautiful facility we have.
Glad to have Luke and Evan along with us as well. Nate is up on the roof. Flag for the kick out of bounds. Interestingly enough, so Cleveland got the win against Garner a couple weeks ago, 56-33. Probably 6 or 7 of the 9 touchdowns right there for the running back. But second kick of the night for Cleveland, and they kicked an onside kick. Now it was one that I thought might be illegal because of that new rule that was implemented. What was it, last year or the year before, where you can't pop the ball up in the air, kick it down? They kicked it right down in the dirt and popped it up. So I'm not sure if that was removed or just overlooked. We'll have to ask Jeb if that was changed back.
I thought he popped it straight. I didn't think that was I think he just pooched
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah,
Good. You mean tonight?
Yeah, just
Right. I meant at Garner.
Gotcha.
He kicked it straight into the ground from what I could tell from the game.
How high did it go up?
Oh, man, I'm well over the head. Yeah. First offensive play of the game will be a toss sweep to Matthew Lyons, and Lyons will carry it ahead for 2 yards up to the 37. The near line judge is going to say the 36. We'll see which one they go with. That will be the near one. So 1 yard gain up to the 36 on the first down carry.
Now, one of the things, we've talked about it for a few years. The Mark Morris philosophy was don't give up the big play on special teams. So they don't mind kicking it out of bounds and giving you good field position. They're not going to let you score on a special teams play.
Twins right, I formation. This will be a handoff that goes to Lyons again. He's got some room to run up the middle, and then that room just shuts down completely after a gain of about 2 yards up to the 38-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Make sure you follow along with our live stats tonight. Visit r3sports.org/Bengals to go to the schedule and results. And from there, you can see the link to the live stats. Shotgun snap. Braswell having to roll out of the pocket and is going to see the first sack of the night. This is a stout defense for the Cleveland Rams, and they showed why right there. Looked like Braswell was going to be able to get away from that one, but did not have enough time. That'll bring up 4th down and long and the punt unit.
Yeah, that defense closed. I'm like you. I thought he had a little room to scramble out and at least limit his losses, but the defense closed quick.
And he's done a good job of scrambling this season, particularly in the last game, a little bit in the Hillside too. He's been able to scramble, but right now Lyons is going to have to come in and punt this one away after a quick 3-and-out. Low punt there, but as it checks up, thought it was going to be a good one. Now getting close to it, and the ball dies at the 38-yard line.
Didn't have a lot of time to get that one off. Offensive line is not what we've been used to seeing. Not creating a lot of running lanes, not giving quarterback time at all. And even there, that was a one step and get it out as quick as you could for that punt.
So Skylar Locklear and Amarian Hampton, along with the offense, will come to the line. There's those neon shoes again. I know it's a different quarterback this year, but they had some neon shoes down in Clayton last season as well. Man goes in motion. This will be a handoff to Hampton, who carries up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, runs away from it, now has Medlin to beat, and I think he's going to do so. Almost got tripped up by him, but one play, 62 yards, and the score.
I believe someone sounded a lot like me predicted. If you don't have accountability and everybody do their job, it ends up in 6 points. Got to tackle him when you've got a shot. You can't let him get that head of steam up. If you have a chance to catch a guy in the backfield, that's what you've got to do. Who would have thought that a Dr. Pepper would fizz up when you open it? That
somebody was up
happens.
here shaking our drinks or something.
Never happens.
It was an accident. And I stand by that.
Kick is up and good to put the 7 on the board. So quickly making light work of the field here at temporary Bengal Stadium are the Cleveland Rams.
Hey, we have the advantage in time of possession.
Sure do. Winning in that column. That's for darn sure. We talked a little bit about it, but some keys to the game tonight. Continued ball control. Great job last week after the Hillside game. No turnovers last week. However, the ball down on the ground a couple times, but Braswell was able to chase it down. Limiting penalties as well. No penalties so far tonight. But on the defensive side, again, limiting penalties and limiting those big plays. Unfortunately, that's already one mark in the book there. And that's what we saw last week in the third quarter was a big running play that went for about the same amount of distance and really hurt the Bengals.
You really, and it's certainly easy for me to say up here, you have got to load the box. You've got to stop Amarion before he gets rolling. You obviously, we're not going to catch him back there. You've got to stop him before he gets to set his steam.
After this kickoff, we're going to hear another word about our Bengal Game Day sponsor, but we'll wait for the ball to be kicked off here first. And back to kick is Shab Zaide.
Nice job.
And the ball will be down, just slipping on the moist turf. Go ahead there, Luke.
The dream started in the backyard smoking meat, and then the homegrown recipes were brought to downtown Fuquay-Varina to share with all. The Aviator Smokehouse has something for everyone, from smoked wings deep fried to order, to homemade onion rings, to smoked pork and ribs. All their food is made in-house with pork from North Carolina and farm to table whenever possible. Whether you're going solo, a date night, or a party of 100, make your choice the Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart. Check them out online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
So Jacob Braswell, Matthew Lyons, Jackson Barker, those in the backfield, and the other Bengals making it out on the field tonight. Matthew Lyons coming into this game, 60 carries for 281 yards and a touchdown on the season. Of course, without Corey Stewart now, no longer on the team as of last week. So Braswell fakes the handoff, a little play action, thought about throwing it, now has to tuck it in and gets double teamed. A flag is going to come in. That looks like it could be in the area of a face mask, although I did not see the face mask, just not sure really what else that call would be. But we'll see it and actually hear it tonight. Supposedly. And it will be a face mask against Cleveland, so the Bengals catching a break here and are going to have to really capitalize on that benefit tonight. It's going to be a 5-yard face mask against Cleveland.
Man, I turn that microphone on every time. How do you forget that?
He's on.
Is he?
Yeah, channel 1. You're 2 notches up.
That will replay the first down. It'll actually net about a yard. So first down and 9 coming with one receiver to either side and an I formation again here for the Bengals. A little bit of movement, I would say. Not sure who they're going to call it on first.
Oh, I'm guessing it would be Mr. Matthew Bell.
A false start on. Oh, hold on. Ooh, all right. He just kind of gave up on the call there midway through it, but that will be a false start on the Bengals.
He's no Brad Allen.
Can you hear his microphone at all?
The first down that would never end.
First down and 14 now as the ball's back on the 9-yard line. Clock rolling. Jacob Braswell on the season, 30 of 63 coming into the game, 269 yards and 1 touchdown. He's got 7 interceptions so far this year. And this will be a handoff to Connor Shepperell, who takes it right up the middle, takes it up to the 15-yard line, just past that, where it will let's see, this time it'll be second down and about 7.
We're back, forth. I understand. We were like 1st and 9.
Hey, first series, no penalties. Now they're 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Second down and 7 coming. I formation with twins to the right this time. Right is the wide side of the field. Braswell will quickly hand it off to Shepperell, who just uses that bowling ball mentality, gets it up to the 20-yard line, a good 5-yard plus gain, where it'll bring up third down and manageable here. Third down and about 2, maybe 3.
So tell me about these play clocks.
Yeah, so Coach Hall was talking about how the purchase of the play clocks was not made here at this school, which will be Willow Spring. He talked about, can we bring in the play clocks from Fuquay-Varina? I'll go get them myself. I'll pull them out. We'll bring them over here and set them up. And I guess there was a discussion about why that shouldn't happen. Or they were also talking about buying some and then leaving them for the next school, selling them to the next school, as Lyons takes a beautiful run and gets some great blockers out in front of him, carries it up for a first down. Now the Bengals rolling a little bit. So decision was made so far, at least, not to purchase or bring those old play clocks over. So that's where it stands right now, and you got to count on the back judge to give you the hand signals. Dakota Marquez on the tackle, and first down of the night for the Bengals here offensively.
You know what else I missed about the old place?
What's that?
The parking spots. I
They're
did
pretty
enjoy
close.
looking at the art. Well, I was talking about the art.
Oh, yeah. Well, they painted these, right?
No. None that I saw.
Oh, that's right. You're on a rental. You can't paint anything here.
Can't deface the property.
That's right. Shepard gets met in the backfield, stays on his feet, and Cleveland's going to have a couple extra players come over and help out with that tackle.
Just made me realize I'll never get to paint my parking spot.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'd do it anyway.
Very sorry.
Do it anyway.
Find the power.
There you go.
Initially stopped there by Hunter Morris.
It's not your security deposit.
That's fair enough. It is mine, though. I'll pay part of this. Just saying. One receiver either side, and an I formation again. This will be a pitch back to Barker. Barker is stood up there in the backfield for the loss on second down.
Jonathan DeWalt did a nice job with the contain out there, and then the open field tackle, one-on-one.
They'll bring up third down and 13 now. So Bengals were rolling in the right direction there for a little bit. And so much pressure on the passes here tonight, Coach, that it looks like they're kind of shying away from the passes as of late.
How many did we throw Monday? Do you remember?
Like 27.
27.
Oh, my goodness.
Was that by memory?
It was.
Impressive. I had to look down at the paper. Here comes a pass over the middle to none other than Ethan Burke. Burke breaks one tackle, almost gets close enough for a first down. It'll bring up fourth down, but fourth down on about 2, maybe 3. And unfortunately, that's too tough of a decision to make, I would think, and you got to bring on your punt unit.
I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay.
Whether you give them the ball here or at the 35 on the other side, either way, Amarion is one touch from scoring.
That's a good point. I can't argue with that. And you could certainly get some momentum on your side here. Braswell's going to go back under center, and he's got Lions in the backfield, or just let Cleveland do the work for you.
Hey, you know what we did not just do?
Motion timeout.
We did not. I think we might have been about to, but we did
were
not.
moving in that direction. Oh, man. That works just fine for the Bengals. And that is up at the 40-yard line where the Bengals get new life. 7-0 here. I will say, now it's only been 2. This is the second series for the Bengals, 1 series for Cleveland. You touch the ball that for the time of possession game, that wears your defense down a little bit longer. So a long sustained drive is nothing but beneficial for the Bengals on the 5-yard gain by Shepard as he carries it up to the 45-yard line. And he is met initially by Dakota Marquez. A couple other Bengals in there as well. Sakiti Uzandu is going to sub in now. Would love to see him get the carry and see the speed that he's got, because we have not gotten a chance to see that as much this season. Remind me to tell you about the benches that are down on the Bengals sideline too, Coach.
The ones that look like they jacked out of a municipal park?
Exactly. Sakiti Uzandu is going to try to run away from the defense. Could not do it, though. He'll go for no gain. And I got to say, a little bit of a loss, actually, about a half-yard loss, as he just tried to get away from that defense. But that'll bring up third down and 5.5 now. The line to gain is the multicolored 50-yard line.
So the benches.
From the old Fuquay.
That's right. So they were actually made by a former player, Coach Hall tells me. So they were, not sure where the wood comes from, but made by a former player. And he said they were actually in really good shape when they were first made, and they've just been out in the elements for a while, so they're kind of beat up just a little bit. But whistle and a stoppage, as I believe it's Scott Riley who is going to call the timeout, head coach of the Cleveland Rams. And that is, in fact, the case.
Are you in the market to buy or sell your home? Based in downtown Fuquay-Varina, 1 minute from Fuquay-Varina High School on Broad Street, there's one team with the knowledge and experience to help you make the best decision for you and your family. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group have agents from many real estate backgrounds, such as previous military, national relocation, and locals. They promise to exceed your expectations. Mention this ad and receive a free home warranty for your next home purchase. Call Krista Absher at 919-753-6518 or visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
3rd down and 6 is what we will have on the other side of this timeout. Actually, while we're there, why don't you tell us about the Bengal Booster Club, too, because we missed that from the pregame show, and then we'll be all caught up.
Have you gotten your all-sports season pass yet? The Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster Club's goal is to provide support and information to students, faculty, parents, and the community about Bengal athletics. Get your membership today. Visit FEHSBoosterClub.com.
Thank you very much.
Good problemo.
Bengals with 3rd down and 5.5 here, and shotgun coming for Jacob Braswell. He's going to hand it to Lyons. Lyons will take it to the right and get close to another 1st down. Wow, great mark, too. I'm going to say that was a generous spot as he came down at about the 49.5, but then rolled to the 50, and that will be enough for a 1st down. Great job by Lyons. Third 1st down for the Bengals here on this series, and taking some time off the clock now as we are down to about 3 minutes and 10 seconds here in the 1st quarter. Twins receivers to the right, one to the left. Low snap, and Braswell just falls down onto it. Always understand that in college and on the high school level, why the defenders come in and give a shove to a player who is down, especially when you have to come a good 5 yards after the player's already down. It's not professional.
Because tomorrow you're looking at film and looking at stats, and that, my friend, is a sack or a tackle for loss.
Not if he's already down.
Somebody gets to touch him down and gets credit.
Okay. Fair enough. I formation for the Bengals on 2nd down and 15. This will be to Uzandu. Uzandu has nothing. Offensive line not able to find the gap there, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 15 with no gain. Uzandu on the season coming into this game, 15 carries for 81 yards. And he's going to sub out now as Connor Shepperl will come back into the contest. Less than 2 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. Longest 3rd down that the Bengals have faced here on this series now. Twins receivers to the right, one to the left, and Lyons off the left hip. It was not Shepard who came back in. Look at the speed, and boy, you know who that is? That would be the running back Amarian Hampton, who comes in on the defensive side and shows what his what his speed can do for the defense as well.
Didn't have a chance.
Not in, nope. Loss of 2 will bring up 4th down and 17. 2 sacks now, 3 sacks, is it? On the night against Jacob Braswell.
May I suggest we punt it out of bounds?
Pressure in the backfield, and Lyons getting tied up a little bit back there, but Hampton will attempt to return it, and it takes 4 or 5 Bengals in there. Gabe Davidson, one of those. Also Medlin. And Josh Wall, in just to name a few.
Kind of reminded me back in the day when the kids were little and they'd wrap around your legs and you just kind of walk through the house with them. I thought that's what was about to happen.
Sophomore. He's a sophomore. Got to take the positives out of that offensive series. Long sustained drive. And
9 minutes?
Right.
About 9 minutes off the clock.
Got a flag.
Flag, really?
By the 50-yard line.
Huh.
Your side.
Face mask against Cleveland. That'll back them up 5 yards from the end of the return. I'm not even going to say from the end of the return, from the spot. And that'll be first down for Cleveland on the 21. Trips left, one right, and Hampton off the right hip of Locklear. This will be a lateral pass, so credited as a run for Hampton, and Hampton is met. Another flag coming flying in from the back judge. And we will see after Hampton gains 5 on the carry. Good tackle on the far side. Evan, did you see who made the tackle?
I think it was 24.
And he's on my roster now. So that is Darius Briley. And Briley did exactly what you need to do with Hampton tonight. Wrapped him up and brought him down to the ground. Blocking the back against Cleveland. So the Bengals catching a couple breaks here, backing Cleveland up. That'll bring up first down and 15. That's a call that you see a lot on kick returns. Not as frequent during, let there be light. Not as frequent during regular offensive downs. Shotgun snap. Plenty of time. Pass over the middle, and he just tripped. Nicely thrown ball by Skylar Locklear, but that one will go incomplete, bring up second and 15.
I'm noticing the Fuquay offense. This is something we have not seen in previous years. The technology on the sidelines, everybody turned around the screen. Probably watching Wake Forest beat up on Chapel Hill right now as we speak.
This was actually a new purchase. It's called Huddle Sideline, a new purchase that came in, and now you can break down the plays as you come off and just do it like they do on Saturdays and Sundays. Hampton gets the carry. He will carry ahead for, looks like about 4, maybe 5, and that'll bring up third down and 11 on the 4-yard gain. Important third down here as the Bengals really had some great offensive momentum. You can't give up the big play here. Really need to force that punt, stay in this contest. 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Not sure we're going to get a play off here, and we will not. So that is how the first quarter will come to an end. 7-0. Fuquay-Varina down 7, facing third down and 11 on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
If you're looking for a realtor and want to save thousands, call me. I'm Krista Absher of the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. With our Heroes to Homeowners program, first responders, nurses, teachers, and veterans qualify for a 25% commission rebate to thank you for your service and sacrifice. As an Air Force veteran with 13 years of local real estate experience, our mission is to help fellow veterans and local heroes achieve their dream of homeownership. Call me, Krista Absher, 919-355-SOLD. That's 919-355-SOLD. Or visit theabsherrealtygroup.com.
When I met Arnie and Monty Bullock of Dickens Insurance Agency, I could tell they bleed orange. They're connected to the Fuquay-Varina community and are committed to helping the community protect its assets. Whether it's your family, your personal property, or your business, Dickens Insurance Agency is there for you. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie or Monty or any of the agents at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road.
Go ahead and say that again, Coach.
Before play resumes, can we get a score update for ACC games in the area?
Absolutely.
Yeah, currently we have Carolina and Wake Forest battling out in Winston-Salem with Wake Forest leading 21-0 currently midway through the second.
I do want to bring up when we have a moment to talk tonight about a comment that Coach Mac Brown mentioned. And I know you're going to say I'm all Carolina, and we'll get through that, Coach.
You know
we'll
he's
get
a former
through it.
rap coach, right?
I do know that,
Okay.
absolutely. One season, about 500, and then went on to greater things. Oh, my goodness, what a pass complete. That is how you get away from 3rd down and 11. Nice pass by Locklear down to Isaiah Sawyer, who is the backup quarterback and comes in as running back and receiver sometimes this year as well. Pittman with the tackle, brings up 1st down and 10. Down inside Bengal territory again. Hampton will get the carry. Carries it ahead for 7 or 8.
Is it a moral victory if we hold them to 1 score per quarter?
Sure.
What's the spread?
I do not know. I'm not sure there was a spread put on this one. Didn't watch the round table this week. Fake handoff. Locklear will keep it. Great
Nice job.
grab there. Just keeping your eyes open and reaching out. Javion Bolware as he reaches out and makes that tackle for a short game. 3rd down and 3 now coming. Manageable for here for the defense. Twins to either side. Shotgun snap. Locklear passes over the middle. That's complete. Sawyer pulls it in. And that'll be another 1st down for the Bengals.
It was a nice tackle by Blankenship there. Wrapped him up. Wrapped him up and dropped him into the ground.
Here's that no-huddle offense we're used to seeing by Cleveland. Trips to the left, 1 to the right, off to Hampton again. Hampton will take it up the middle, breaks some tackles, and breaks another one, and just tiptoes into the end zone for another score with 10:25 to play, 2nd quarter. You know, after last week, offense really stalled again. Leesville Road is known for a stout defense. Really would love to see the Bengals get some offensive momentum tonight, regardless of score, and really be able to punch some in to get that momentum in their favor for the next couple games. Clayton 0-3 on the season coming into tonight's game. They have Apex has been down in the last few seasons. I think in this stretch here, Fuquay-Varina has a chance to get a win and really start to get that momentum, get that attitude heading back in the right direction.
Did you ever give us the Mac Brown quote? I interrupted you. You never came back to it.
I said we'll do it when we've got some downtime.
Yep. Okay.
Which is now. But first, let's hear from Luke Anderson.
There's one team in the Triangle that has the best game plan for selling your home. It starts with a well-priced home, which will often generate competing offers and drive up the final sale price. The players you want on your side are the Absher Realty Group. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today and tell them you want to be on Team Absher.
Thank you, Luke. So let me pull it up so I don't misquote the former Appalachian State coach. He said, well, I don't like playing on Friday nights because, to me, Friday night is high school football night, and that's something we always believe. So,
and yet, here it is on Friday night, and what is Mac Brown doing?
Not really his choice.
I feel like if Mac Brown wanted to not play tonight, Mac Brown would not be playing tonight.
However, I will say, Evan brought up a good point last week. This is a non-conference ACC matchup, so it does not count for the conference schedule. Here we go. Big return possibility. One man to beat. Tripped up, but short field coming. Nice return for the Bengals. That's the big play they need to get them back into this contest. Shea Pittman gets the return and brings it all the way down into Cleveland Ram territory on the 31-yard line. Offense really needs to capitalize on that momentum shift here, Coach.
Yeah. It's a positive plays here.
This will be a handoff.
That doesn't get it done.
Jeez.
If you turn the ball over here at this point, turnover on downs even, all you're doing is padding Amarion's stats.
Lions for a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 coming. Ethan Burke splits out to the left, and Dylan Smith to the right. I formation. Sakiti Uzandu. Wow, how did Braswell get that up into the gut of Uzandu? Because it was down on the ground. Picked it right up, got it into the speedy fullback's gut, and Uzandu carried ahead for 2. Really made something out of nothing there. Hunter Morris with the initial tackle. 3rd down and 9. Bengals taking their time here. Get the play in. Again, 40-second play clock. Arm is up by the back judge. 5 seconds now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plenty of time, got it off. Now looking for the dump out pass to the left side. Braswell tucks it in. He's going to run ahead, gets it close to the 1st down. It's at least going to be close enough to go for it. You're going to go for it, like you said, on 4th down no matter what here. But 4th down and 1 is what the play will be. Would have been nice to get that extra yard to not have to worry about this down.
Make some noise!
I formation. Braswell under center. Looking for an extra 5 yards again. Goes back under center. And the line move first. Doesn't matter there. Ball went backwards, and it's going to be a turnover regardless. It'll matter for the stats, but that's about it. And it is a fumble recovered by big number 99, Will Dixon. And a turnover. Cleveland takes over.
Not sure. I know you've written a little bit about it. I just feel like we're not us. You know, I think we're kind of caved into public opinion and got away from what we did well, and we're just kind of wandering through the wilderness right now, trying to identify who we can be and what we can be good at. And right now, it's not very much.
Another fumble.
That was the fumble Ruski. Not kidding. I think it was.
Let's see if I can catch it in time on the replay. We're going to watch it here again on YouTube as it comes up here in just a moment. That'll be a gain of 1, 2nd down, 9 to go. You go ahead and watch that, and I'll watch the game. Live, that is. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. This will be a handoff to Hampton, kind of a delayed handoff, and some pressure in the backfield. And then brought down after a gain of 3. Excuse me, a gain of 1.
It was hard to see on there. I want to look at it. I think they did. That ball was, they were in pistol. That ball did not get back to the quarterback.
It's just the way they reacted, and I guess, I mean, you're supposed to act a little bit on that one, but the way they reacted, it looked like he did not expect that to go that way. Locklear throws to the right-hand side. That one just a little too high. Hand up in front of the face, too, might have distracted the wide receiver just enough to not be able to pull that one in. That'll be a 4th down and 8 to go. I believe we're going to see a punt come on. Certainly a positive there. The Bengals need to get down, punch something into the end zone here. It will be Cleveland that will get the ball back to start the second half. Ball's going to roll out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And the Bengals will have 55 yards to work with, although we have a flag on the near sideline. That looks like it's going to be in the area of a sideline warning. Indeed it is. So as the return was taking place, the line judge was coming down the side. I imagine there was a player or a coach that stepped in his way and got that flag drawn. So next flag in that scenario will be a penalty for the Bengals. Bengal offense will take back over after a quick 3-and-out. Raswell back under center. Handoff goes up the middle. Shepperl will get the ball into Ram territory on the first down carry. Good carry of about 7. Bring up 2nd down and 3. Line to gain is up at the 45 of the Rams. Again, this is key here for the Bengals to try to punch something in here, get down, get a score up on the board. 6 minutes left until halftime. Shepperl will move just to the left a little bit. And this will be a handoff back to Shepperl, who brings it back. Almost a counter, not exactly, but just some misdirection there as Shepperl sets up left and then cuts back right to get the first down and then some as he brings it up to the 39-yard line. Nice night here tonight as it is much cooler than we saw last week. About 83 degrees starting off last week, 76 degrees starting off tonight, and just much cooler, especially here in the press box. I bet it feels real nice out on the bleachers.
Yeah, Coach Riley and Coach Hall talking a lot about the weather conditions over the past week and a half. You know, it's really done a lot of damage to the JV practices. You have short weeks, you have game makeups, you have 2 days out for a hurricane, you have code blacks where you're not allowed to be outside. Really been a tough couple weeks of preparation, definitely for the Wake County schools. I'm not sure what Johnston County did, but even if they were not code black, they were still dealing with some pretty tough conditions.
Lyons carries ahead and really fought for those 2 yards. He had to battle to get there. Dakota Marquez brings him down after, again, just ricocheting off him left and right were Rams. Make sure to stay tuned for the Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. We will talk to Ava Ray, as Evan Rogers spoke with her yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Member of the girls golf team. This will be a handoff to Lyons. Lyons saw a gap open up and capitalized on that. Just stays on his feet, too, as he rolls ahead up to the 35-yard line before the Rams are able to bring him down. That is Will Dixon as well as Hunter Morris. Third down now coming as it's 3rd down and 4. Line to gain is the 30.
He rolled it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So coach is still looking back, rewound the fumble-rooski, and he says, yes, that was indeed it. This will be a handoff to the fullback that goes for nothing. And, in fact, a loss of 1, it looks like. No gain. So 4th down and 4 coming up here on the fullback carry. Shepperl with the carry. And Bengals are going to be forced to go for it on 4th down here again. Unfortunately, just putting themselves in this situation too often here. I want to get your take. Did you watch the Panthers Tampa Bay game last night?
I tried.
Most importantly, did you see the last offensive play for the Panthers?
Remind me what it was.
It was so Cam went up to the wing position, and it was a direct snap. Okay, talk about that here in a second because I have some feedback and perfect timing as well. We're gonna have offsides, I think.
Yeah, I thought that left end jumped a little bit.
Yeah, so the Bengals are gonna catch a break here again. So I thought it was a well-designed play offensively. Direct snap, kind of wildcat formation. But I thought Tampa Bay did an incredible job of defending it. Christian McCaffrey's a great running back. He really fought all he could, used the wide side of the field. He got the direct snap. They went kind of a fake reverse, too. But it was just incredibly done by Tampa Bay down on the goal line to hold that and hold the win.
One thing has been consistently true about the Buccaneers in their 53 years of experience or history. Their defense is almost always strong.
Yeah.
So from the days of Leroy Selman to now, they've been able to put a pretty good defense on the field. The problem is we've never had a quarterback. We've had Heisman
Afraid
winners.
You still don't.
We've had Heisman winners. We've had MVPs. We've had superstars. Steve Young was a Buccaneer.
Was he really?
He really was.
How about that? Connor Shepperell on the 6-yard carry, and it was Marquez and Bowling on the tackle. Shepperell will get it again, and he's kind of coming alive here in the last couple games. Of course, again, with Corey Stewart being off the team, somebody's got to step up into that position. Sakiti Uzandu, for whatever reason, is just not seen as that starting fullback that the coaching staff of Fuquay-Varina wants to see. So Shepperell is the one who's stepping into that position and really has been doing a nice job with it. About a 3-yard gain there as it's down to 3rd down and 2 to go now. One receiver either side.
That is the 3rd time, and that ball was recovered by the Rams.
It sure is. Dakota Marquez pulls it up, and right back to just the turnover woes that we saw a couple weeks ago. And, I mean, you just can't turn the ball over and expect to have any chance to win.
Every time you turn it all over, your chance of winning decreases by what? 13%.
What is that? We're up to 26%?
I believe we are up to 26% when you were at a -2. Got that? You got those stats?
Got math, Coach.
Thanks.
With 1:48 to play until halftime, the Rams going back to work. Pass will be short-hopped to the intended receiver of Nick Rocha. Doubt that's how you say that.
But it is how you say that, and that's what counts.
That's right. Now to bring up 2nd down and 10, and stops the clock at 1:43.
You know, it would really be nice if we could get some, when you're having years like this, is what you rely on, is some defensive scores.
Well, yeah, that's so true. Delayed handoff to Hampton. Hampton will be tripped up nicely. And I believe, was that Joe Carlin? Yeah, Joe Carlin with the tackle. Talked a little bit about Gabe Davidson last week. He continues to be the lead tackler for Fuquay-Varina as your cornerback. I know that's not necessarily what you want. You'd rather have a lineman doing that, as Hampton does the work to get the 1st down and then some. But Davidson coming into this game with 18 total tackles on the season. And second to him would be Caden Linkus, who is our defending and 2-time defensive player of the game.
Imagine where we would be if he had not made those 18 tackles.
Right. He's been a game saver for sure. So it'll be a pass over the middle. It's high. Couldn't bring that down. Corin Artis not able to secure that one as the pass goes incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Twins receivers to the left, twins receivers to either side, actually, and Hampton in the backfield off the left hip. Locklear will go through the air, though. No, tucks it, runs to his left. Gets met initially, but not able to bring him down with Zach Birch. Connor Medlin comes in, as well as we're going to have a whistle and a stoppage of the clock. And I believe it's Cleveland that takes the timeout with 42.4. You wouldn't necessarily expect that from somebody seeing 3rd down and 3, but it's Cleveland against Fuquay-Varina right now taking that timeout and feeling quite confident with a 14-0 lead and trying to pad that lead. No, it is. Cleveland taking the timeout. Their 2nd here of the 1st half. 1 timeout left to give, and again, 42.4, 3rd down and 3 coming. How's that score looking?
21 zip at half.
Okay, well, stop the bleeding.
Wake gets
Sometimes
the
that's
ball.
what you got to do. Well,
They put
small
in
victories.
Jace Reuter for a few drives, according to the stats. I don't know if that was coach's decision or injury. I'm hoping it wasn't coach's decision.
Right.
I mean, it's a true freshman. He's not going to be fifth-year starter quality every game.
While coach is not here, I can talk positively about UNC. And just the fact, I've been so impressed.
Oh, the culture change in 1 year. Incredible.
44? About 44?
It's now a bad time
44 seconds on the game clock is what they're going to try to reset that to. All right. So 44 seconds up on the game clock. 14-0. Timeout was taken by Cleveland. Tight formation here. Hampton off the right hip. And Locklear awaiting the shotgun snap. Man goes in motion. This will be a handoff to said man. Durham takes it to the right side. Wide side of the field. Has some speed. Medlin chases him down, pushes him out of bounds after a long gain, and only takes about 9 seconds off the clock as he has run out of bounds at the 27. All the way back at the 27-yard line. That'll be first down and 10. Clock will hold there as he was run out of bounds.
Is that a pass?
That was, I think he handed it off. So, yeah, that'll be counted as a run. Pass over the middle. Incomplete, but a flag's going to come in. I mean, got to give the credit to Birch, realizing he was a little bit beat there and just forcing Cleveland to play another down here, as you don't want to give up that that touchdown pass because it looked like they certainly had that as a completion. So I'm not too upset by that penalty. I would rather see them throw the penalty, rather see the flag come out than give up 6 points on the board. We'll see a substitution coming in now as Fuquay's Kent Pointinger comes out and Ethan Mitchell heads into the ball game. Actually, I think it had that reversed. Half the distance to the goal now. Will set the ball at the 13-yard line. That'll set up first down. Clock holding at 28.4 seconds. Shotgun snap. Locklear with a delayed handoff again, and it's to Hampton. Hampton carries it up to the 8-yard line, where Cleveland will call its third and final timeout with 20.9 seconds on the second quarter clock. Bulwer with the tackle, and that'll bring up second down and 5. The line to gain is the 3, I believe. And we remind you again, stay tuned for Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. We'll break down first half stats and, of course, send it over to Evan Rogers for your college preview. Not a recap this time, a preview. And a little bit of live score action as well, as there's one college football game going on. Mac Brown just stepping into the dirt of what is high school football night, says Coach Cole. And we'll also have your we'll have a look at live stats and your player profile for the week as well as we step into the golf team. Second down, 5 to go, 20.9 on the second quarter clock. No more timeouts left for the Cleveland Rams as Locklear will roll out pass to his right, and that pass will go incomplete. Clock stops with 15.3 on the second quarter clock. Third down and 5. One receiver out to the left side. And a pair of three tight receivers. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Locklear looking for an open receiver. Got it. and gets it into the left corner of the end zone with 9.4 on the second quarter. Who brought the air horn? Sounded like it was on this side.
So much for holding them at 1 per quarter.
Yeah, they're
we can still do that.
That's true. That's true. Got to do a little bit more work on the second half. Oh yeah, they throw their books down at halftime. Remember that.
I used to do that.
Did you?
Sometimes I do it during the game. I just throw it right down there by the bench. That was usually when you were in the game.
Well, fair enough. Kick is up and good by Zayad. And that'll add one more, taking it to 21-0 at the end of 2. Near the end of 2. We still have 9.4 to play. Would be great to see Shea Pittman get some more good return yards and try to get that big defensive/special teams score, which the Bengals need here to help out. Again, Cleveland's going to get the ball to begin the second half, so any kind of little help here at the end would be beneficial.
It is a long walk if you use the ramp.
It
reminded me of
longer,
going into Panther Stadium, walking that ramp up here.
If you haven't been to the new Bengals Stadium here at what will be Willow Spring High School, there's a ramp now back on the back, which is very different and much more accessible, of course, than the old Bengal Stadium, which was built in, what was that school, 1925 or something like that. Not sure that stadium as it is has been there the whole time, but it's an old school nonetheless, and definitely it takes a bit longer on the backside.
Are they doing upgrades to the stadium there?
They will be, yeah. There was a request, I think, put in by Coach Hall to say, hey, leave the home side, even the press box, put up a new press box on the visitor side, and then you've got twice the room. Clock will not run as the ball is kicked out of bounds, and that will be a penalty. I think that idea was maybe poo-pooed.
Which is a shame with the growth and media coverage of high school football.
Why not?
I mean, you know, all the schools are getting their own programs. You got high school OT all over the place.
Yep.
You know, you still have radio stations that like to cover. Why would you not go ahead and do that? So they're keeping the same press box?
No, I think they're going to tear it down and build a new one. I hope they, keep the bleachers. I don't know how good a shape they're in, but at least you don't have to. Why are they re-kicking? I don't know. It would save some costs.
I would suggest they're probably because their best offense so far has been kick return.
True.
You wasn't joking.
Yeah, well, but it didn't. Did they back it up 5?
You can either take the ball on the 30. You have to. They can take it on offense on the 35-yard line, or they can make them re-kick. Willow's good on kickoff Tuesday tonight, so make them work.
Here it comes again. This time they'll just do an onside kick,
Ooh,
and it's recovered. So that
was
is why he slid right to it, got it inbounds.
I'd like to put that on the review. I don't believe he had control of that before he slid out. You need to tell me you were able to see between number 71 and number 68.
Affirmative.
You got amazing.
Ron Sparks, go ahead, look it up.
You got pilot's eyes.
You got I wish. He always claimed. I had what is it? 15-20 vision. Now they're going to talk about it definitely went 10 yards because they kicked it off from the 35.
He didn't have control of it before he slid out of bounds. There's not a chance.
Illegal touching. We'll go ahead and take that. I think Scott Riley is going to have something to say about that, but
careful, coach.
Regardless.
Called it.
Unbelievable. 3 drinks, 3 spills. That's perfection there.
I swear I had no hand in that one.
So the Bengals will get it at the 50-yard line, and we'll have 1 or 2 shots here if they want to go for it.
Are you doing Strong Center tomorrow? Yep. What stadium are we at?
That'll be first down and 10 for Jacob Braswell and Fuquay-Varina offense. Would love to see. Now they're going to. No, they don't have weather or something in the area. Oh, it sure looks like it. No. Oh, no, they're coming back and saying that they realize now that the 45-yard line was the 10 yards, so it's not illegal touching. And so they will give the ball to Cleveland. And the White Hat is laughing it off, but after the penalty.
That looks like some excessive celebration over there.
After the penalty, it backed it up to the 35-yard line for the kickoff.
Do you know how dangerous this is?
Dangerous what is?
The Rams. I was about to call them the Panthers. The Rams touching the ball one more time.
Absolutely. I'm sure Coach Hall was sitting there going, yeah, I know exactly what just happened. And certainly wasn't going to bring it up when you get a gift like that. But 21-0 at 9.4, second quarter. Slow and steady.
Careful.
Twins to either side. Hampton will be set up off the left hip of Locklear. Shotgun snap, and Locklear's going to go to the air. Thought about throwing to Hampton. There's plenty of time here. Nobody near him. Throws a bullet over the middle, and the tackle will be made with no time left on the clock. It pads the stats, does not pad the score, as the completion goes down to the 4-yard line. And that, thank goodness, is the end of the first half. 21-0, Fuquay-Varina down to Cleveland. We'll have Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency, on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
When my husband and I decided to start a family, we knew we needed to plan for the future. We contacted Dickens Insurance Agency. They walked us through all the important information about life and annuity products, and they told us how we could save even more by combining our auto, home, and life insurance plans. The best part is, they talked with us like we're their neighbors, not like their client.
Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
Houses in the Triangle are selling quickly. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have someone on your side making sure you get every penny your home is worth. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group want to make selling your home as stress-free and seamless as possible. And they'll help you find your next home, whether you're upsizing, downsizing, moving across the street, or across the country. Next time you're at Bengal Stadium, look to the scoreboard for contact information from this network's presenting sponsor and a premier Bengal Booster Club sponsor. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Hey, honey, where should we eat tonight?
Let's see. Oh, how about the Aviator Smokehouse? I want to try their buffalo fried chicken wrap.
Oh, yeah, we should start with the beer-battered onion rings. Ooh, and how about some smokehouse ribs? Then maybe I'll go with the...
Whoa there, Tiger. We can go again later. You don't have to try it all tonight.
I know. Maybe I'll just add the smokehouse salad on the side, too?
Whatever you say, dear.
Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart. Online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
Welcome into Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. It's time to break down the first half with stats and analysis. We'll take a look around the triangle with scores from tonight's matchups. And we'll preview this weekend's action on the college and professional gridirons. But first, let's step off the gridiron and meet the Bengals, a new student athlete each week. Here's your host for Bengals at the Half, Evan Rogers.
Well, I'm here with Ava Ray. Welcome back to Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance. This week on Player Profile, I'm here with Ava Ray, a participant of the girls golf team. And Ava, introduce yourself a little.
I'm Ava Ray. I play golf for the Fuquay golf team. I'm in 11th grade.
And for speaking of golf, what kind of got you interested in the golf? Like, what made you want to join the Fuquay-Varina golf team?
I started playing between the summer of 8th grade and freshman year. My dad got me into it because we live on a golf course, so he asked me if I wanted to give golf a try. So I said sure. So I've been hooked since.
That's really cool. And golf is it's not one of those games where it's like constant movement. So what would you say is like a very like key focus or like skill needed to be a successful golfer?
You have to have a good mental game because every shot you have to think about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So keeping your head in the game, I guess, is what keeps me focused.
And moving away from the golf aspect, new Fuquay this year, new school, and I'm assuming you went to the old Fuquay.
Yes.
What's the transition like from the old facilities to the newer facilities for you personally?
I like it a lot because I get more access to what I need, and I like the layout and stuff, so.
It's really cool, and good luck on the rest of your season, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Evan. Speaking with Ava Ray from the golf team, our player profile tonight on Bengals at the Half presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout here, come back with more of Bengals at the Half. But first, actually, how about this? How about we give you this word here from Dickens Insurance Agency?
Dickens Insurance Agency has been serving the Fuquay-Varina community since 1956. Whether you need coverage for your home, your car, your business, or life insurance, Dickens Insurance Agency, that would be agency, has the answer to your question. No, you wrote it right. I just mispronounced it. Dickens Insurance Agency has the answer to your question. Give them a call at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
Back with more Bengals at the Half after this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Protecting your family, your home, your car is extremely important. One company that's been doing just that in Fuquay-Varina since 1956 is Dickens Insurance Agency. Their agents are tried and tested, and they're able to handle any questions you may have regarding your insurance needs. And if you combine your personal auto, homeowners, and life insurance, let the savings start rolling in. Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com.
After more than 20 years in the corporate world, Pam Castles decided to step out on her own, establishing P. Castles Law, PLLC. She's available for commercial transactional, legal services, such as contracts for purchases and sales of goods and services, and non-disclosure and non-compete agreements and transportation contracts. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com. P. Castles Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game.
Window Effects has become the leading car and truck window tinting expert in the area. But that's not all. Window Effects has taken the same process developed for your vehicles and applied it to the doors and windows of your home or business. This process guarantees there are no imperfections in the tinting, and the film has a lifetime factory warranty. Protect your home and the valuables in it. Think of Window Effects in Andrew. Search for Window Effects on Facebook. This year's Plays of the Game sponsor on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
The Half. I'm Evan Rogers here with your college football preview for the week. Currently, we got a battle of two local ACC teams going on right now with Wake Forest leading Carolina 21-0 early in the third quarter. We've got Duke playing at Middle Tennessee State, going to a Conference USA foe. Going to a Conference USA team this week at 7 o'clock at night.
Who Appalachian beat last year, by the way, in the bowl.
That is, yeah. In the New Orleans Bowl, yeah.
Just saying.
And then State travels to West Virginia.
3-0 in bowls, by the way. 3-0 in bowls, by the way.
4-0.
We're not.
Is it 4?
No, it's 3-0.
Camellia Bowl?
Two Camellias, Dollar General,
and
the New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yep.
4-0?
Yeah. You know what?
Every year eligible for a bowl.
We're still going to be undefeated in bowls after this year.
Oh,
No.
Now hold on.
You just said
your prediction was 6-6, no better than 7-5.
Whoa.
Appalachian ain't getting in the bowl at 6-6, brother.
Everybody does. Well, I guess not everybody does, do they?
I mean, a few years ago they had 5 and 7 teams in bowls.
They weren't coming up out of whatever conference we are.
Sun Belt.
Sun Belt. Are we Sun Belt?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sun Belt, Fun Belt, baby.
Built up, son. They're not taking the 5, 6, and 6 teams out of the Fun Belt.
However, I think they are taking an Appalachian State team out of the Sun Belt to a bowl game because Appalachian travels well.
Appalachian travels well. Appalachian don't shut down offense as well. And that, sir, is why they ain't getting into the bowls.
Back to Evan.
And it's not many marquee matchups this week. I guess the game of the week would probably be where College Game Day is at this week. Iowa State, Iowa in Des Moines.
Best tradition in football. University of Iowa, first quarter wave. Best tradition in football.
I will say they were going to go to the Syracuse.
They were going to go to the Dome. And then
who are they playing?
Clemson.
Syracuse, Clemson, and then Maryland.
We saw what happened last week,
with Syracuse, yeah. Anything else? That's probably it, yeah.
I mean, you got Florida, Kentucky, but we'll see how good that is.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We're going to see more from Evan on the other side of this timeout as we'll see his stats coming up. And we've got about 6 minutes or so left until we have your second half coming up.
Have you gotten your all-sports season pass yet?
Ooh.
Yeah. Have you gotten your all-sports season pass yet? The Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster Club's goal is to provide support. Oh man, I'm glad you're back. Provide support. We thought you were leaving.
We're glad he's back too.
Provide support and information to students, faculty, parents, and the community about Bengal athletics. Get your membership today. Visit FVHSBoosterClub.com.
You know, they extend the halftime another 3 minutes just for you in your live reads. Back with more of the Bengals at the half presented by Dickens Insurance Agency on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group dedicate their time and lives to helping you make one of the biggest decisions of your life, buying and selling your home. The real estate market in the Triangle is one of the best housing markets in the country, and you will want the most professional, experienced, trained, and knowledgeable agents on your side helping you. Lucky for you, they're based on Broad Street, just a minute from the high school. Mention this ad and receive a free home warranty with your next home purchase. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
The Aviator Smokehouse was established in Fuquay-Varina in 2011 and features some of the finest food Broad Street has to offer. You've got to try their famous Aviator wings with dry rub or maybe the sweet and tangy Hickory Aviator sauce. If you're really brave, you can attempt the Imperial Moco Loco sauce, but you'd better have a cool beverage standing by. That's just a small sample of what's available at the Aviator Smokehouse. There's something there for everyone, so stop by today. The Smokehouse is at the corner of Broad and Stewart or online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
When I met Arnie and Monty Bullock of Dickens Insurance Agency, I could tell they bleed orange. They're connected to the Fuquay-Varina community and are committed to helping the community protect its assets. Whether it's your family, your personal property, or your business, Dickens Insurance Agency is there for you. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie or Monty or any of the agents at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road.
Welcome back to Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. A quick look at first half stats, your live stats brought to you by Creative Wiring Solutions. And how about, Luke, you tell us about Creative Wiring Solutions?
Thank you. Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. From the Triangle to the Coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. Expect the best. Call Creative Wiring Solutions to start your install today. 919-557-6900 or visit creativewiring.com.
Jacob Braswell, 1 of 3 on the night. Matthew Lyons, 6 carries for 13 yards. Very uncharacteristic numbers from even what we've been seeing this season so far. 8 carries, 41 yards for Connor Shepperell. Those 61 total yards, none through the air so far for the Bengals yet tonight. Coach, a key to the second half. You got to look at this big picture. What's a key for the Bengals getting into the second half and looking at those moral victories?
You've got to get a stop on this first drive. If we could put points on the board, that would be fantastic. You know, defensive scores, when your offense is struggling and you're not really sure of your identity, big special teams plays and defensive scores, those can be season changers.
We'll take this final timeout in Bengals at the half. Come back with the second half on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Getting the most for your home or property means doing more than putting a for sale sign out front. In a competitive market where new homes for sale are added daily, your listing needs to be seen in a variety of places in order to stand out. To ensure your home gets noticed and sells without a hitch for full market value, consider working with a top professional at the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. Krista and her team will put together a strategic pricing and marketing plan to get your home sold quickly. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Winging It Tap House and Grill didn't just remodel their name. They remodeled their restaurant to give you the best eating and entertainment experience possible. Whether you like a place to meet and eat with friends, listen to a local band, or challenge your buddy to a round of bingo, Winging It Tap House and Grill is the place to be in Fuquay-Varina. Winging It Tap House and Grill is located in the 5 Point Center next to Sheets on the east side of Fuquay-Varina. New name, same great place.
When my husband and I decided to start a family, we knew we needed to plan for the future. We contacted Dickens Insurance Agency. They walked us through all the important information about life and annuity products, and they told us how we could save even more by combining our auto, home, and life insurance plans. The best part is, they talked with us like we're their neighbors, not like their client.
Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
Welcome back as we wrap up Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency, now the Golden Pipes of Luke Anderson.
Are you getting the most out of your insurance policy? Whether it's life, homeowners, or business insurance, Dickens Insurance Agency will sit down with you and walk you through every step of the process. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie and Monty Bullock at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsuranceagency.com or dickensinsurance.com. Or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road.
I fear I might be rubbing off on Luke.
A proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
It's contagious.
I'm going to quote the immortal words of that great North Carolinian Chancellor Peacock. Why stop on the hill when you can go to the top of the mountain?
That's right. I actually saw a shirt today. I'm a member of the BGP 333 Club. There was a shirt that was posted there, and it says, "The hill is less than the mountain."
Like
I
it.
want that shirt.
Like it. I want that shirt.
Apparently it was just somebody
we
made it on
do
Photoshop.
That.
I think we need it before next week.
Good point. What is the club here? BGP? What is that?
BGP 333.
Well, I got the 333. What is
what? Black and Gold Podcast.
Thank you.
Apologies. So, and 333, when I first saw it, I was confused. I said,
Should be
it's 3333. What they have is actually you can be a member of that club for $3.33 a month. So it's the BGP club.
Why don't they just go for it and be the 3333 club? They'd make more money that way.
You sure would. If you are a big-time, the yard sale contributor, you pay $34.32, which is the score of the Appalachian State Michigan game.
That's right.
$34.32 a month. You are the yard sale
I was
sponsor.
there. I was at
I
the,
remember
I was
you
at the
called
big
me.
house.
You called me after
I was
that.
there, right on the 25-yard line.
Really?
Corey Lynch blocked that kick right in front of me.
Oh, my gosh.
There was a crew of Michigan fans sitting, right in front of me, giving us junk. Why are you talking junk to Appalachian? You're the University of Michigan.
Right.
You're talking junk to me? And Corey Lynch scoops it, and he almost scores it. And as I turned to say something, those guys weren't even in the stadium.
Onside kick maybe coming here? No, just a two-step run-up on the kick. Dropped momentarily there at the 20-yard line, and the return coming. Nice tackle coming across as Sakiti Uzandu. Why is he still running? But Sakiti Uzandu makes the tackle.
That's no bueno.
No, can't start the half off that way.
No. He probably was hoping that he just rolled off somebody and wasn't actually down. You could hear the whistle from here.
Multiple.
But the Bengals you can't stop. You can't get sucked into that.
No, you got to just let that go. Absolutely. Corey Lynch, he said his legs were cramping up so much that's the reason he couldn't complete that touchdown. He wanted it so badly.
Stop.
Really cool.
Stop.
I've watched that game like
Stop
30
acting like
times.
you're a fan. Stop
I've
acting like you're a
got
fan.
it on DVD.
You're
I've
done.
got it on DVD.
You're done. You are no longer.
Actually, I'm gonna need to borrow that from you because I was thinking about that this week. I'd really like to watch that again.
There's like
I just want to listen to David Jackson.
What a tackle in the backfield!
That's what you have to do to stop that runner.
Yeah.
We've been saying it all game. If once he gets the line, you're in bad way.
Well, that time Hampton was no match. Was it Amari and Hampton?
Yeah.
Amari and Hampton, no match for the defensive line. Bulware, Waldred, and Mitchell. They're to get in the backfield and get that stop. They're going to say he made it back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain. Man, sure looked like they had him in the backfield. But that just tells you, much like we saw previously with the Fuquay-Varina offensive line, the push that the line gets. That's going to be a lateral pass, so a running play here. But, man, a big gain with some speed in the backfield, and flags come flying in at the end, which can only mean to me that it's going to be a face mask as Caden Linkus tracks him down and makes the tackle.
You know, I usually am not real impressed with the officials. But
Thanks, Dad.
I mean, that flag, that was 15 yards in the air.
It's a good
So
throw.
those guys have been working out over the
They
summer.
have. Face mask against Fuquay-Varina. I believe that was a personal foul face mask, so an extra 15 yards. That is killer. After a really nice pass, which will be credited as a run, of course. So Locklear going back to work with Hampton off his right hip. Shotgun snap, fake handoff, pass will be complete. And that pass complete to Isaiah Sawyer over the middle. Gain of about 8. Gabe Davidson adding to his stats for the season on the tackle after a gain of 9. Second down, 1 to go. Trips left, 1 to the right. Handoff goes up the middle, spinning off would-be tacklers, continuing to go ahead. Then, wow, you thought you had him, but he just makes a couple more spins and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And that is Amari and Hampton, of course, adding another touchdown on the night and to his season total. What's that?
Someone was just standing in front of the camera somehow.
That's impressive.
Given that it's on the roof.
Well, didn't see him come flying off the front of it, so we know they're safe. High-ish snap, but a good hold. Good kick. And that's 28 at 10:27 in the third quarter. Thought for a moment there Fuquay-Varina might have a good little stop there at the beginning, especially that first run, but Cleveland coming out and wiping that first play off and then wiping the rest of the yardage off that they saw out in front of them as well. One thing that Coach Hall talked about in the offseason, said, you know what, this year we're going to have fun, which I knew was partially talk about. I mean, you lose 19 starters, and you know that your talent is not going to be what it was in the previous year. But a lot of the talk has been about emotions and the team mentality. I really hope that Fuquay-Varina's players can continue to keep that mindset as the season goes along, because you know, you're not always playing for championships, but you are playing for your family. You're playing for the brotherhood of the game and the opportunity to get out there and play each and every Friday night too. Kick will go down the middle this time, and it's Medlin who is back to return. He's going to try to reverse fields, cuts it up to the middle now, and gets it up to the 22-yard line, where the Bengals will have it, first down and 10.
Well, we can still technically keep them at 4 goals.
4 goals.
That's not what I meant. Wrong terminology there.
That's okay.
It's the lacrosse player in there.
First down and 10 for Jacob Braswell and Matthew Lyons and Sakiti Uzandu in the backfield. Ethan Burke and Dylan Smith on the outside in the receiver positions. Uzandu, man, if he breaks that tackle, could have turned the Jets on a bit. He gets a gain of 1 as he takes it out to the left side. Linebacker just coming up and snuffing him out.
Yeah, we used to say all the time how a bad offensive play gained you 2 or 3 yards, and that looked like a big offensive play that netted us 1.
I thought a lot about that at specifically the Panther Creek game, a little bit more at Leesville Road. That, yeah, you're exactly right. That's what we've been saying for really the last 4 years, I feel like, and it's a totally different mentality here this year.
Yeah, and yeah, we've lost a lot of talent, but we've always lost talent.
Pass high and incomplete. Ethan Burke, believe it or not, was the intended receiver.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not doubting your numbers. I'm just saying there were 2 guys there.
Ah, got it. Or actually about 4, but.
And the ball was not particularly close to anyone wearing orange.
It was literally up for grabs.
Oh man, you missed it last week or this week, but Monday with all of Luke's puns. You'd have been proud.
Sorry, it's a habit.
Sorry, my wife was very proud. She's a big fan of the puns. Shotgun snap for Braswell. He's having to roll out again. A lot of no pocket throwing tonight. Nice grab by Pittman.
You got to give him
say?
that.
Yeah.
You can't. You got to give him that in a game like this. Are you kidding me?
No. That would have been nice, but.
That roll landing was pretty slick too.
I can't believe they don't give you that.
That'll be 4th down and 9, and I believe the punt unit coming on.
Unless it was a lot less close than it looked from here.
It looked pretty darn good. Close enough. So Matthew Lyons will come into punt. Fuquay-Varina High School football and the Bengal R3 Sports Network is presented by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group. My goodness, what a punt! Man, and Hampton's going to pick it up. The gross yardage will be the same regardless on that punt, but Hampton's going to break off some tacklers. No way. And a flag's going to come in at midfield, which will bring this one back. You can put your arms down, but goodness.
That was so not necessary, but boy, was that a big block. Oh, my goodness. That would have been Dakota Marquise at midfield, lowering the lumber. I didn't catch the Fuquay number. But
not sure he wants you to say it.
He came with ill intentions.
Man, and I hate that. I really do. I hate that for Lyons, who kicked it all the way down. He's going to pick up the beanbag at the 13-yard line. So, Evan, what's the math on that one there? Do you have it yet?
52.
87? Yeah. Man.
I almost feel bad for the guy that made the run.
The punt. You have
52.
the punt at 52 yards.
Yeah.
Thank you. He was saying the return.
56? Yeah, same.
We got a bunch of PE measures.
Okay, yeah.
Got a bunch of PE measures up
I was
there
doing that,
math.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Matt Lyons, the punter.
So they are going to back it up.
Got that block on replay?
You can rewind it on the YouTube.
Yeah, it's forever living on YouTube, that's for sure. So more than 70-yard punt, my goodness. Yeah, again, hate it for Lions that that one was run back. A nice tackle, clean tackle down there certainly would have been a big benefit, but Offense of Cleveland gets it back at the 35.
The term out-kicking your coverage exists for a reason.
Good point. Excellent point. So maybe that just wore Hampton out a little bit as he had to run those 80-plus. Nice tackle in the backfield by Caden Linkus, as it was not Hampton on the carry. It was actually Javin Farmer. Nice tackle in the backfield this time for a loss of 1. New running back again will be Amir Johnson. And a pistol snap coming here for Locklear. He hands it off, and another great showing of penetration in the backfield, as Johnson is no match for the defensive line of Fuquay-Varina.
Tyler Burgess on the stop, reminiscent of one Promise Harris, swallowing up the runner back there.
You are exactly right. 3rd down after a long 4-yard loss there. 3rd down and 15 now. 10 seconds as the back judge puts up his arm. Shotgun snap. Locklear has been getting out of a lot of 3rd downs with that very kind of play, but this time it will be incomplete thanks to the great defense. Is that Jacob Braswell? No, excuse me. Blankenship. Ellis Blankenship. He paid for that a little bit, but it was a very important and necessary breakup.
As they all are.
I heard it as it was coming out of my mouth. Twins receivers to either side as they try to fake out the 4th down. And now Locklear is going to step back for the quick kick. Some pressure in the backfield. It is tipped. The ball will roll down and then check up at the 38-yard line, where the Bengals will have it 1st down and 10 with 7:25 to play. 3rd quarter, 28-0 Cleveland with the lead. Well, Coach, we were hoping that the Bengals could find some of that energy and that excitement that we saw the last 2 seasons, but definitely a different Bengals team, similar Cleveland team, but some strength in the backfield and just a different Bengals squad this season.
Yeah, you talked about the numbers of players that was lost. I think one of the other things that was lost was a scheme. You know, it's always just the blocking scheme has been so sound. We've been able to hit the holes, and if nothing else, we've been able to take care of the ball.
Be a handoff to Shepperl, who will once again carry ahead for 6 or 7 yards there as he brings it up to the 46-yard line. Talking about the heat that the Bengals have had this past week, but then really this whole summer, I think that's another thing that plays into this, Coach, is you've got to learn a whole new offense in a summer where you haven't had as much time together as a team necessarily out on the field working those plays. And I think that, you really got to put in the time to learn that offense. As Barker will get the carry and it gets met by Cleveland's Dakota Marquez and Hunter Morris.
So if that's what you're going to do, if you're going to go ahead and change everything, then basically what you're going to say is this is essentially year 1 for this coaching staff. And it's a year where you learn things, but you still have to instill a competitive spirit. You know, that's the first thing the first thing to do in turning around a program is teaching them how to compete. And that's one of the reasons I don't like going through this process is we were already competitive. And we've taken everything backwards. You've got to get these guys to be willing to fight and scratch and claw even while they're facing games like this, and then hope that next year when they kind of complete the package, you've got guys that are just not so beat down. They're going to stay with the program. They're going to be in the weight room. They're going to be getting things done they need to do. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say, I want to say 1st down for the Bengals before we hear from the Golden Pipes.
When buying a home, you want someone to help you who has ethics and integrity and who will go the extra mile to make sure you get everything you desire in your new home. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group will help you find your perfect home. Don't hesitate to call her today. When you're at Bengal Stadium, look to the scoreboard for contact information from our presenting sponsor and a premier Bengal Booster Club sponsor, the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Bengals get the first down at
You're
the
an amazing
49-yard
reader.
line.
You're like the best reader ever.
Thank you.
A little trickeration there, which does not work in the Bengals' benefit, as 33 and 51 all in the backfield there. So Gabe Jones, Dakota Marquez, and Garrett Paris.
I bet they never did any popcorn reading in your classes, did they? They just gave you the book and say, here you go.
Popcorn, man, I forgot all about that.
It just depended.
Loss of 7 will bring up second down and 17.
Would anyone like to read? Everybody put your hands down. Here you go, Luke.
I used to see me when we do plays in class.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get all the parts?
No.
Offset I formation now as a whistle and a delay of game. So you said year one of the new offense.
Year one, you teach how to compete.
And how do you talk with your players about that? What is that motivating factor?
Your focus
especially
always,
to your seniors?
anytime, and that's a good point. But your focus, no matter where you are, is we compete against ourselves, and that's, to me, that's what makes Mike Krzyzewski so great. Anytime I've gone and watched a Duke practice or a Duke camp, they never talk about the wins or the losses. They talk about getting better every day. So you're not competing against Cleveland tonight, you're competing against Fuquay. Are you doing things better tonight than you did on Monday night? And that's a hard perspective to get 16-year-old kids to take, and especially to your point, the seniors who, obviously this is it.
Well, it's I'm gonna call some folks out here a little bit, but it's been hard for a lot of the people watching to take too, because of course we had the naysayers when Fuquay-Varina was quite successful, not liking, as you mentioned, the offensive scheme that Fuquay has been running, and now running this new scheme, which is more in line with what people have been asking for. Nice big run up the middle by Barker. Jackson Barker getting the carry into Ram territory up to the 45-yard line, making this third down and manageable. But now running this new scheme and losing, you've got even more people, it seems like, kind of barking out and saying, what the heck's going on here? And I hate it. I
think those complaints came from a millennial instant gratification perspective. What we had was working. It was good. It suited Fuquay's personality. It suited the athletes that we had. And
third down and 4 here as the carry goes up the middle. This time, Shepperl not able to get what his average has been most of the night, about 4 or 5 yards. He'll get 2 of them, though, and cut the distance in half.
I mean, we saw some really good years. In our short time there, we saw some amazing football that was unique. I mean, when you saw it, you knew who you were watching.
I believe so. Four seasons that we've gone through that are complete. We're in our 5th season now. Postseason every year. Average of second round for those years. We saw the 3rd round one year, and were knocked out by Leesville Road 2 years ago in the 1st round. Other than that, second round. So
and
a little trickeration here on 4th down, and Shepperl keeps his feet, bowls ahead up to the 37-yard line, and gets the 4th down on the 1st down carry.
A coaching friend said to me, and I think he's right, the best year you get out of a kid is his junior year.
Right.
So now you're putting in a new scheme with X number of seniors. It's just tough. It's just tough. Like when you go in and take over a new program, you can kind of weed out those seniors. You're either going to buy in or you're just not going to be part of my program. But, you really don't have that chance here.
Well, and gotta call out Jackson Barker, Connor Shepperl, Dylan Smith. You guys are the sophomores this year. You're learning that scheme this year, and next year you're going to be those juniors where, like you said, that's year 2, and it's going to be big for them, and could definitely be their year. And I think a timeout going to be called by Cleveland here on 1st down and 10 for the Bengals. But I think that'll be a big thing for them to remember as they're going on this season. I love to see sophomores out on the field. I think all 3 of them have been doing quite well. That's not to count out anything anybody else is doing either, but you got to start thinking about the future. Jacob Braswell, a junior, Nigel Pierce, a junior, Shea Pittman, a junior, so a good bit of returners coming back next year as well. And then senior Matthew Lyons, of course, has been carrying a lot of the weight on his own back. Definitely leading the Bengals in yardage and has been doing a great job this season. So just got to keep it going regardless of what that record looks like, because I know that can be very deflating. Boy, don't I know it. Lived it. Shotgun snap for Braswell as he looks for the long pass down the left side, going up for it, nicely defended. Reaching up for that one was Pittman? Nigel Pierce, thank you. I would appreciate if 1 year there would not be two players with the same build, one number off from each other that play in the same position.
Well, due to the numbering patterns in football, that is unlikely to happen.
Fair enough. It can be done, though. Just saying.
Where's the fun in that?
Can have a wide receiver at 81 and the other one at 15. It'd be a lot easier to pick them apart. I digress. On the second down carry that goes for 2 up to the 35-yard line. Third down and 8. Pierce will come to the near sideline, subbing out. Not sure if he's injured or just up. Twins receivers to the left. This will be a handoff that goes to Barker. We're not seeing Lions right now in the last couple series. I'm trying to look and see. Did we see him on the sideline? Morris with the tackle will bring up 4th down and 6 now. So yeah, I'm not sure where Matthew Lyons is right now. Hope it's not an injury that sent him into the locker room.
He's out there.
He's out there now. Okay. Looking for him during the substitution. So he's off the left hip of Jacob Braswell. Tight trips receivers on the right-hand side. Braswell will look to go to the air, scrambles out of the pocket, throws intercepted at the 25-yard line. At the end of the day, that's
as good as a very bad punt.
Yeah, right. That'll get Cleveland the ball at the 25-yard line, and unfortunately, just another turnover for Jacob Braswell. You got to start thinking at this point in the season too. Obviously, you want to give Braswell the reps. You wonder if you start to change up the look of your quarterback position too. I don't know that there are really any other avenues to go right now. I know that Fuquay does not have a strong number 2 quarterback right now. I think somebody could fill his shoes, but I think that's part of it too. Nothing against Braswell. That's the nature of the game. As this will be a quick pass over the middle, wrapped up by Medlin on the completion to Jaquez Duran. That'll be a first down with 1:52 to play in the third quarter as the chains will reset here on first down, and the clock will roll again. Fumble as Locklear is able to pick it up, no problem. Caden Linkus trying to track him down, but the pass is complete over on the right-hand side. And ball actually popped out as Ellis Blankenship comes up with it. I don't know if he just ripped it away from him down on the ground. They're going to say it was complete and on the ground for a 5-yard gain up to the 44-yard line. Second down and 5. The line to gain is the Rams 49, which they get with Hampton. +1 up to midfield.
Just ramming ahead at this point.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Been thinking about that for a while or sitting on it for a while?
No. Yeah. I had a few different routes I was willing to take, but that one I don't settle on that.
Wasn't even really listening. All of a sudden, I'm like, what did he just say?
If I knew you were a football person, I would think that you made another one there, but I know you're not, so can't give you credit. Screen pass. Oh! Just like last week, Zach Birch was the one to nearly come up with a big interception. This time it's Darius Briley, who is just a step away from breaking that to the house. And just what you were talking about, Coach, that necessary defensive score. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 50. Hate to say it, but I think that's our best candidate for play of the game tonight. I could give it to the punt maybe too.
That punt.
I know the punt didn't end up all that well, but you put 76 yards behind a punt, and you got to be considered for something.
My freshman year at App, our punter was the defensive player of the week for the Southern Conference.
Was it?
2-3 times.
Because he was a defensive player, or because they gave
punter defensive play.
I think
Harold Alexander.
They've added a special teams player of the week or whatever now on that level, so that's the only reason I asked.
It was amazing how well he could kick a 65-yard punt that stopped on the 2.
Oh, man. That will end quarter number 3 with the score. Cleveland 28, Fuquay-Varina nothing. Back with the 4th quarter on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Getting the most for your home or property means doing more than putting a for sale sign out front. In a competitive market where new homes for sale are added daily, your listing needs to be seen in a variety of places in order to stand out. To ensure your home gets noticed and sells without a hitch for full market value, consider working with a top professional at the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. Krista and her team will put together a strategic pricing and marketing plan to get your home sold quickly. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Oh my gosh, I'm stuffed.
I told you not to eat so much.
I couldn't help it. That sweet and tangy hickory aviator sauce dripping off those wings.
Yeah, well, you sure took a big bite out of my pulled pork sandwich, too.
Oh, and the fries with ranch.
Blue cheese.
Whew, you're gonna have to roll me out of here.
You know, I could have a couple onion rings.
I could eat.
Honey, you can always eat.
Aviator Smokehouse. Online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action set to begin here in just a moment as Fuquay-Varina trails 28-0 right now. 3rd down and 9.5 coming.
How are things in Winston?
Improving.
Oh.
It's 3-21.
I'll say they have not scored, since the 1st quarter?
Yeah. Defense has been, or 2nd quarter. Yeah.
Okay. Couldn't remember if they scored all 3 in the 1st. A little bit of change there for Cleveland now as they look to audible here, look to the sideline, and Locklear looks for the shotgun snap. Gets it, passes to the near sideline, complete, missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles, and now the Bengals will gang up as Ellis Blankenship comes back and lays that late hit, or not late hit, but the final hit of that tackle as he was the first one to miss the tackle to begin with, and that is just enough to get the 1st down up at the 39-yard line. A lot of work to get that 1st down there. It was well earned on the completion to Isaiah Sawyer. Right up there. Must have been the hatch. Hampton bouncing off would-be tacklers again, and now is taken out of bounds. Whistle coming in late there at the 23-yard line, where that'll be enough for another 1st down for Hampton and the Rams.
Well, the camera's still moving, so it looks like Nate's okay. Oh, that's a loud car.
Haven't seen those purple rims come by yet tonight.
Give it time.
I've been looking, but give it time. Oh,
His knee was down.
I believe it was, yeah. be a
Count that
loss
as a
of
sack.
5. Yeah, I don't think Jim would, but
What was that?
counted as a
Should we
sack.
count it as a sack?
Absolutely. especially if I'm the one that tags him.
5-yard loss there on the errant snap. Locklear with plenty of time all night in the backfield. Turning around just in time.
That was a nice job of reading the hands.
I believe that's Birch, right? Zach Birch.
Great job. The receiver's hands went up. He turned his head, found the ball, and broke it up. You could not have played that any better.
Corin Artis was the intended receiver. Third down and 15. Twins to either side. Hampton off the right hip. Locklear. Pass over the middle. Wow, what a hit laid on by Ellis Blankenship. Pass goes incomplete. And we'll see if Cleveland looks for the strong boot of their kicker or if they're going to just go for it here on 4th down and 15. Ooh, my. Taking a look at the UNC Wake Forest game, and we just saw a bigger hit. 4th down and 15. Locklear in the shotgun now, and Twins receivers to either side again. And a whistle. I believe that might be a snap infraction by the center. As far as where the flag was thrown. 4th quarter already?
Yeah.
What time did that game start?
6.
They had to get it out before who plays tonight? Washington State and Houston, I think.
Oh, there is another game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chapel Hill kids have class tomorrow that they have to miss. They can't be out late.
Did you hear about the apps that they're now using to track the students in classes? So
I've heard a little bit about that, yes. And, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, it ain't going to work.
Hampton gets the pitch,
Ooh.
gets hit, and still
I would
gets
not
the
say
first
he
down.
got hit.
Well,
I
he
would say
met another player on the
He
field.
did some hitting.
Sorry to interrupt, but it's a touchdown Tar Heels.
So
Come back.
The reason I'm telling you this app is not going to work
Yes.
is because I sat with my 15-year-old daughter in the dance studio one day and watched girls come and drop off their iPhones and then depart.
Sure.
So-
Or they're going to hand it to, there's a book bag full of phones.
Book bag full of phones.
Yep.
You can never outsmart a kid.
I'm sure some of them know how to disable it.
1st and goal will be carried up to the about 2-yard line.
We had when I was coaching it at one of our jobs, me and the manager, our job on road games the night before was go around and collect all the players' cell phones at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And I am sure we had a trash can full of cell phones that were not operable anyway. But it made somebody happy to do that we did that.
That's right. As Locklear will keep it, holds the ball out to cross the goal line, gets the touchdown, and puts 6 more on the board. And there goes your average, Coach.
Wasn't it the Cleveland game you were wearing that ugly hat at last year?
I was.
that is correct.
It was. It was the good luck charm. That's why they came back.
34 points up on the board with 9:37 to play, 4th quarter.
You know how many sprints have been run in my practices for people wearing light blue gear? Not many because they learned on the first day.
Flag will be called against Cleveland, and let's send it over to the Golden Pipes.
For most of us, our home is our biggest investment. When it's time to sell, get the value you deserve with the help of a professional realtor. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group are standing by to help you get the highest value for your home. Don't hesitate. Visit the AbsherRealtyGroup.com and tell them you want Team Absher on your side.
5-yard penalty will be declined.
Thanks.
In awe.
I mean, I've read it like 5 times now.
I aspire to be like that.
Kick is up and good. And that will take it to 35-0. 9:37 left to play, 4th quarter.
classes are you taking now, Luke?
Huh?
Classes are you taking now?
Let's see. I'm taking chemistry honors, intermediate theater.
Honors. Intermediate theater. Intermediate theater.
Yeah.
You didn't test out of that?
We don't do that. AP Lang and chorus.
AP language and chorus.
Yeah.
You're not in AP theater?
That's not a thing.
They ought to make it a thing for you.
I started that late.
It's terrible.
So taking a look at live stats, you can follow along, presented by Creative Wiring Solutions. Visit r3sports.org/Bengals. 90 yards on the night for Fuquay-Varina. 97 of those on the ground. And yes, that gives you -7 through the air. Jacob Braswell, 1 of 8 on the night. An interception and 2 fumbles lost as well. This will be returned laterally by Medlin. And Fuquay-Varina will take over on offense at the 19-yard line, where it will be first down and 10.
So do you have a school play you're working on right now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he missed the big announcement last week. Let's update our viewers.
It's funny you should ask. So the Fuquay-Varina Drama Club happens to be doing a production of Harvey on December 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Are you familiar with Harvey, Coach?
Isn't that a comedian?
No.
Okay, then no, I am not.
Well, it's a charming tale of a kind gentleman with his invisible 6-foot-tall rabbit. I don't know any more details than that.
I hope you don't.
I'm pretty sure that's all you need to know.
I hope you don't get cast as the Invisible Rabbit. That would be a horrible piece to play.
So my sister-in-law, funny enough, she's at Rollsville High School. I believe they're doing Harvey as well as
Wait
Jackson
a minute.
Barker.
Your sister-in-law is at Rollsville High School.
She's the teacher, the theater teacher at Rollsville High School.
That makes more sense.
They are doing Harvey as well, and apparently the #1 request for parts to play were Harvey, and she had to explain to them.
Is Harvey the rabbit?
Yes.
I won't be. You ain't even got to show up that night. I get credit. I'm not there.
She was very disappointed how much she had to let everybody know and convince them that is not the part, in fact, that you want to play in that show.
And next spring, we're also doing Chicago. Don't know the date for that.
That was a great group. They were one of my favorites in high school. They're horrible now, though. They did not age well.
Parker with the carry for about 4 yards as he gets the first down up to the 32-yard line.
Is it going to be the Peter Cetera Chicago, or is it going to be the other version?
You know he has no clue who you're talking about, right?
I don't know. It's the high school version.
Cleaner, right?
I feel like sometimes
Yeah,
Luke wishes I would just shut up and go away.
Well, we all do, but that's fine.
I think we have a charming back and forth.
Trips to the right with Jacob Braswell on the nearing the left hash here. This will be a handoff. Nice long run by Lyons. Lyons tiptoeing the sideline, gets shoved out of bounds up at the 26, 27-yard line. Big long run. They're going to get him all the way down to the 25. Give him 26.
Good night. Did you see the size of that hole? You could have driven a truck through that hole. Like a one of them. What kind of truck? Come on. What kind of truck? A Dodge
Challenger.
Oh my gosh.
Charger.
No. Oh man.
I knew there was a pun there, but I couldn't tell what you were talking about, so I had to.
That would be a Ram, a Dodge Ram.
Oh, Charger.
It's a truck.
Close.
You're good. Moving on. First down and 10 from the 26 inside Ram territory. Another fumble. And Braswell having to pay for it again. Ball back to the 34-yard line. 33. Gabe Jones comes in and makes Braswell pay for that one. Second down and 16.
That was a nice hole, though.
Oh, it was.
I mean, it was like
blocking.
It was good 6 yards wide.
And
every now and then we have that flash of a play that, and the offensive line can get it done.
Now the Bengals taking their time, getting the play call in. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. And a timeout's going to have to be called by Fuquay-Varina on 2nd down and 16. Make sure to stay tuned for the Bengal postgame show presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill. We've still got accolades to hand out here. We've got offensive and defensive players of the game, those by P. Castle's Law PLLC. We've got your plays of the game presented by Window Effects and your postgame coaches' comments presented by the Strong Center for Excellence. All of that and much more coming up on the Bengal postgame show presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill.
You know what I'm kind of regretful of is that there's not much Castle photographic documentation of the short history
pretty much done
of Fuquay at Willow Springs.
Yeah, I think they said they'll do a couple photos here and there, but they really turned their attention. You know, they got into it when their kids were going to school here and really gave a lot to Fuquay.
I understand that, but man, is that a loss for the program. They are amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have Steve Svalinia, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. He's been bringing us some photos, less of the editor than than the Castles were. He takes his 600 photos.
He had a heck of a shot. He did have a heck of a shot from Durham.
Yes, he's got some great ones. Oh my goodness. Taking a look at the UNC score again.
I couldn't read it. It was too small.
This will be a handoff to Shepperell.
Said comeback.
I believe. So we saw the comment on YouTube. Shepperell?
I think that was meant as an insult, but I'm not certain on that.
Shepperell? Got it. Okay. We have an injury of a Bengal. That would be an offensive lineman.
All right, I got to redeem myself for that earlier lack of a pun. So, what's their quarterback's name again?
Whose?
What's the other team's quarterback?
Who?
What's his name?
Second base.
All right, the lead-in is killing me here. So, Skylar Locklear.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, and he didn't even.
Oh, no. They're running back, yeah.
Running back. Here we go.
Yeah,
it's Amarian Hampton.
Yeah, well, when he gets a touchdown, Hampton's in.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was just as bad as I thought it was going to be.
My pleasure.
Touchdown heels.
Really? 21-17?
6 minutes to go in the game.
I tell you what, if he can
come back,
if he can pull this one out too, that old Mac Brown, he's impressive. Chi-Chi, by the way, Chi-Chi Mimi, did give a little shout out via text message this time, as that is Fuquay's Aiden Humphreys, who is the injured Bengal. Chi-Chi Mimi giving a little, hey Ran, hey coach. So a hello to you too there.
Good evening.
Hola.
In Atlanta, is that correct?
Yeah. Stone Mountain, but yes, the greater Atlanta area.
Are you familiar with the Who's on First skit?
I'm sorry?
Are you familiar with the Who's on First skit?
No.
You need to look that up.
That's in all seriousness.
Yes.
Intermediate theater, y'all need to watch that tomorrow.
That's a good point.
Monday.
Can you write it down?
Yeah, don't watch it tomorrow. I hope you're at home tomorrow. Braswell looking to go through the air. Passes to the right-hand side. A little bit of pressure on his back. Falls incomplete. Nice pass, though, by Braswell. As he was intending Dylan
What's the
Smith,
theater teacher's name?
Miss McGovern. I think she's
That's
here,
not
actually.
the same person. Who did you used to deal with?
No, so they were never with any theater teachers. It was the sports marketing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Georgina Consolo, and she's still here doing the sports marketing class.
We also have our amazing tech theater teacher, Mr. Parks.
Yep, gotta look it up.
YouTube it tonight.
2-point conversion is good.
Heck,
Really?
play
So
it
down
now, man.
3?
That'll be better than us.
Wow.
Don't ever act like you're a Nap fan again. Okay,
Oh
you go ahead and do what you want to do, but don't ever pretend.
4th down, shotgun snap, long pass into the end zone. Nice placement of the ball, but right into the corner there. But the ball goes incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And Cleveland will take over with 6:33 to play, 4th quarter, 35-0. Cleveland with the lead here. Well on their way to securing a 4-0 start with wins so far over South Durham, Garner Magnet, and Southeast Raleigh. next week against Cardinal Gibbons. Big game tonight. Richmond and Cardinal Gibbons.
Cleveland plays Cardinal Gibbons?
Yes.
Good game.
Cardinal Gibbons upset Wake Forest earlier in the year.
Sure did. First game of the season, right?
At Wake Forest, too.
Handoff will go to Amir Johnson. So Wake Forest is going to have to start that record all over again now. 5-yard gain.
It's best to look at this from a 0-35ths full scenario. I forgot to say glass. That joke got ruined. Never mind. Butchered it.
Who's on first?
That'll make a whole lot more sense. Johnson with the carry again as he takes it to midfield. Gets the first down, plus about 7.
Every time I tell a bad joke, I go through the 5 stages of grief. In about 10 seconds. It's amazing. Yep.
We can pack it in.
We
for
should
the
just
night,
turn
Coach.
off our microphones.
Yeah,
let
just
him
let Luke
stream of consciousness.
take it away
from the golden pipes.
Shotgun snap to Locklear. Johnson this time met by Tyler Burgess again. And just like you said, Coach, looking very reminiscent of Promise Harris swallowing up. And again, no gain.
I think when he slings him around,
right.
I think he slings the ball over the line of scrimmage. And
sounds good. Marching Bengals still here. Keeping the crowd entertained. As Locklear scrambles away from pressure by Briley in the backfield, and Locklear is going to get all 10 of those. Maybe plus 1 as he gets it up to the 39-yard line, moves the chains ahead with 4:51, where the clock stops momentarily for the reset of the chains.
What?
It's just watching the wheels turn. Watching the wheels turn,
Next
buddy.
thing I'm going to say.
I've got to be better than I was last time.
I wasn't thinking anything.
But I can read the heck out of a commercial.
Accurate. First down and 10 for Locklear in the offense. Johnson slowed down momentarily in the backfield there and then continues ahead for a gain of about 4, maybe 3. We'll be announcing this probably tomorrow. I think we'll put the official announcement out, but I know Fuquay fans aren't going to be terribly excited to hear this, but extending the R3 Sports family out this season, and we'll be adding the Golden Hawks, R3 Sports Network, as of this upcoming week. So Holly Springs is getting a standalone broadcast network, and looking forward to adding that next week. Adam Moore is going to be the voice. He was actually going to fill in for the game that the Leesville Road game that got rescheduled to Monday, and I jumped back into the play-by-play seat, but he's going to.
That's a good call.
Take the Golden Hawks.
That's a good call.
What?
Yeah, that's how what happened. That's how Lou Gehrig got it done. All it took was one opportunity, and you never heard of that other guy again.
Is that Lady Gaga?
That is. Holding will be called against Cleveland. Back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and will repeat second down at the 46-yard line.
But he doesn't know who's on first. He could pick Lady Gaga out of a Fuquay-Varina High School marching band.
I grew up in the 2000s. I heard that song a lot.
.323 and counting here, fourth quarter. Shotgun snap coming to Locklear. He will hand off to Johnson, who makes up all the yardage and then some. Tracking him down is that Medlin? Pittman, okay. Forces him out of bounds at about the 22. Where it'll be another first down for the Cleveland Rams. Certainly payback for the last 2 seasons. Fuquay-Varina coming back with late last-minute wins. Last year it was 15 points scored in the final 3 minutes for a 28-24 win, and in 2017. 13 points in the final 50 seconds and 2, not 1, but 2 onside kicks that the Bengals had to get to take that in 20 unanswered points in the final 8 minutes of the game, 27-21. But a 35-0 maybe final score is what we're going to see here tonight. And Cleveland will take that revenge back to Clayton tonight. 2nd down and 3 coming. Changing the play at the line there. Man goes in motion, and we'll see a handoff. That will go right up close to the 1st down marker. And it is Johnson who gets the carry again. Will not be a 1st down, though. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Montclair looking for the shotgun snap. Passes over the middle. Nice attempt by the defender there, but an even better catch by Carter Griffin to punch it in for the touchdown. With 1:41 to play at the end of this contest, 41-0 now, pending the PAT.
Can we get a score update?
39.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
It's still 18-21.
41.
What's up?
Hold is down, kick is up, and good. Looks like Hampton's night is done tonight. Amarian Hampton, 15 more carries, so that's 76 carries on the season, 178 yards and 3 more touchdowns, so eclipsing the double-digit mark for touchdowns already just 4 games into this season.
So now Hampton's out.
Yep. No more Hampton in.
I was like,
42-0. 1:41 to play, 4th quarter. Fuquay-Varina will get it back one more time here as the wind blows left to right just a bit. Nice breezy night here. Didn't have any of those thunderstorms rolling through. Finally, for the first time in a few weeks. As the forecast was looking as the day went on, it looked like we could see some weather tonight, but indeed, thankfully, we did not.
I feel like we did. I
I knew it. In the vein that everything is weather, is that what you're going for?
Yeah, a little bit.
What?
Always there to keep me honest, Coach.
There's always weather.
Yeah.
Just because it's not raining doesn't mean it's not weather.
Yeah, but whether or not you count it as weather is kind of a, it's just.
No, it's always weather.
Yeah.
Whether or not you want it to be weather is inconsequential.
Okay.
Weather is weather, whether you like it or not.
Fair enough.
That is also weather.
You've successfully rained on my parade.
Hey, theater reference. Very well done. Do you know that that's a theater reference?
No, that was just a weather joke.
That's too bad.
No.
Medlin with a good return again, as we've seen him return the ball 3 or 4 times here tonight. First down for the Bengals up at the 38-yard line. .106 and counting. That's right, running clock now. Over the 40-minute mark.
Was that a Singing in the Rain reference? That you
It was
just
not.
made?
It's Pretty Girl, I think. Is that what it's called? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Twice. I think you can only credit that for 1 fumble, but
are you serious?
1 fumble that goes for a return. And a flag coming in now as there's a late block in the back. It will be after the touchdown, so it will likely be added to the end, or added to the kick. Sakiti Zandu, who is down right now. So the block in the back is actually going to, it was Fuquay-Varina's Colby Humphreys who got that late hit, which draws the flag. Just unnecessary. I mean, you can see 23 yards away from where the play was at the time. Just unnecessary, but it'll put 15 extra yards on the kickoff likely. I don't think they marked that one back. They might have said that it took place before the touchdown occurred. Personal foul against Cleveland, and they will wipe the touchdown off of the board, back it up 15 yards, and Cleveland will hold on to the ball. So another turnover tonight against Fuquay-Varina. First down and 10 for Locklear in the offense with running clock here, 20 seconds left. And just need to down it one time. They will, and that will do it. Bengals fall to 0-4 on the season. And we'll see Clayton come to town next week, another Johnston County school. And Cleveland moves to 4-0 on the young season with the 42-0 win. Bengal postgame show presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill coming up on the other side of this timeout. Thanks for sticking with us. Hold on tight. We've got a couple more accolades and honors for you. Coming back with more on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
If you're looking for a realtor and want to save thousands, call me. I'm Krista Absher of the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. With our Heroes to Homeowners program, first responders, nurses, teachers, and veterans qualify for a 25% commission rebate to thank you for your service and sacrifice. As an Air Force veteran with 13 years of local real estate experience, our mission is to help fellow veterans and local heroes achieve their dream of homeownership. Call me, Krista Absher, 919-355-SOLD. That's 919-355-SOLD. Or visit theabsherrealtygroup.com.
Protecting your family, your home, your car is extremely important. One company that's been doing just that in Fuquay-Varina since 1956 is Dickens Insurance Agency. Their agents are tried and tested, and they're able to handle any questions you may have regarding your insurance needs. And if you combine your personal auto, homeowners, and life insurance, let the savings start rolling in. Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com.
Mike from Cary says on Yelp that Winging It Tap House and Grill is great as always, service is fast and prompt. I really like how the place is after the remodel. Camilla says, I had the wasabi salad and it was surprisingly excellent for a wing place. 5 stars for both food and service. We'll be back. In the 5 Point Center next to Sheetz on the east side of Fuquay-Varina, search Winging It Tap House and Grill on Facebook for a menu and directions.
Welcome into the Bengal postgame show, presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill. Let's wrap up tonight's contest with final stats and analysis. Let's head back inside the broadcast booth. Alongside the coach, Jim Cole, here's Ram Northam.
Coach Jim Cole down on the field waiting for comments from the head coach of the Bengals, Jeb Hall, which we'll have for you here in just a little bit. We head into the Bengal postgame show right now, presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill. We'll have stats for you coming up here in just a little bit. Final analysis, and much more as we break down this contest for you. But another tough loss, and Evan and I were just talking about it. This is a good team. I wonder if part of the ranking Leesville Road higher is the 4A, 3A discussion too. Yeah. Regardless, I think if you're going to put 3As and 4As and 2As and whoever, if you're going to do just one poll, then you got to rank them how they are. And I think you're right. I think this Cleveland team that we saw tonight is even better than the Leesville Road team that we saw Monday night. I think there is a little bit of deflation right now in Fuquay-Varina. For sure. That first play of the game, 60-plus yard touchdown run by Hampton. That takes the winds right out of your sails. Still haven't seen a defensive turnover
Yeah,
score.
still haven't got that big, pick six or even just a big fumble to set up 20-yard field for an easy score.
That would be great. I think what did we have tonight?
We had a good kick return.
Turnover on downs. Yeah, that's right.
Good kick return.
Good kick return that set up the short field,
Yeah.
but still couldn't capitalize on that. Bengals really needed to score tonight, I feel like, to get some momentum moving in the right direction, but just couldn't punch the ball in and couldn't really get down to the red zone at all. This was very reminiscent of the Panther Creek game again.
Definitely.
Not the same talent on the other side of the ball, but as far as how the offense was running, very much one-sided and kind of no offense again here tonight for the Bengals. Taking a look at some stats right now, live stats as you follow along with us during the season, presented by Creative Wiring Solutions. You can find those stats online at r3sports.org/Bengals. But Jacob Braswell, 1 of 11 with 1 interception, negative 14 yards through the air tonight, which is just kind of crazy to think that your passing went for negative yards multiple times there. Sorry, it's the sacks that take those numbers away. So 1 of 11, negative 14 yards, an interception. 2 carries for 3 yards, but 2 fumbles lost tonight as well. Bengals only 1 of 10 on first down tonight, 3 of 15 on second down, 2 of 12 on third down, and had to go for it 4 times on fourth down, 1 of 4. Smaller night tonight for Matthew Lyons. He got fewer carries, especially as the night went on. 8 carries for 56 yards. Certainly hope that Sakiti Uzandu, who got hit late in that contest and had that lost fumble, he went 4 carries for only 2 yards tonight. Connor Chaparral, though, he was really kind of the breakout player tonight. Saw some good carries from him. Only 56 yards, but 12 carries and some kind of bigger yards bigger runs that kept the Bengals in it a little bit there earlier in the contest. First half, you look at a 7-0 first quarter. Was it 14-0 at halftime?
21
at halftime.
Still not.
It was not terrible. The wheels kind of came off in the second half.
You could tell in the beginning those outside runs. That's why Matt didn't get many touches tonight.
Right.
They had really good athletes on the outside, so those outside runs, we couldn't really beat them on the side. So that's why Chaparral had a good night. We did that little fullback dive, and that would get you like 4 yards, which was a good game for us tonight.
Absolutely. That's our first post-game analysis tonight here on the Bengal Post-Game Show, presented by Wingin' It Tap House and Grill.
Patrons of Wingin' It have taken to Yelp and given the Tap House and Grill 4 stars. TripAdvisor has Wingin' It at 4.5 stars. But don't just take their word for it. Stop by and check it out for yourself on Main Street in the 5 Point Center next to Sheetz. Search Wingin' It Tap House and Grill on Facebook for a menu and directions. I'd recommend the honey barbecue wings.
Back with more of the Bengal Post-Game Show on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Sitting at home watching the Bengals tonight? Why not join your fellow Bengal fans at Wingin' It Tap House and Grill? They'll have the game on each week while they bring you their signature bone-in or boneless wings with 21 choices of sauce. Or maybe you'd like to try their fish and chips. How about their beef sliders or their chicken sliders? You've got to try the grilled ribeye. Or try something from the sea with the grilled tilapia. Wingin' It Tap House and Grill, located in the 5 Point Center next to Sheetz.
After more than 20 years in the corporate world, Pam Castles decided to step out on her own, establishing P. Castles Law, PLLC. She's available for commercial transactional, legal services, such as contracts for purchases and sales of goods and services, and non-disclosure and non-compete agreements and transportation contracts. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com. P. Castles Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. They specialize in home integration, structured wiring of smart homes, house audio, noise control, security, monitoring, central vacuum systems, and so much more. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. They recognize the special care and attention to detail needed when designing your home entertainment. Expect the best.
You know Window Effects for the smooth factory finish they do on your vehicle tinting. But did you know that same high-quality work can also benefit your home or business? Window tinting for your home or office will reduce heat, cut down on glare, and stop floors and furniture from fading, saving you money and protecting your assets. Don't know whether you need window tinting? Contact Window Effects today for a free estimate. Search for Window Effects on Facebook and tell them R3 Sports sent you.
Welcome back to the Bengal Postgame Show, presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill. We're in Northam alongside Luke Anderson, Evan Rogers. Nate Perez is down from the roof. We'll send him back up to get the camera here in just a little bit once we wrap things up. And the coach, Jim Cole, will be along here in just a moment. Right now we're going to do our Players of the Game, presented by P. Castles Law, PLLC. Players of the Game tonight on the offensive side, we are going to hand it out to Connor Chaparral. Chaparral tonight with, again, I believe it was 12 carries for 56 yards, and really just kind of a standout game for him. No scores on the night for the Bengals, but really saw some different and good play from that fullback, especially up the middle. And again, remember, he's a sophomore, so lots of good to come for him here this season. On the defensive side of the ball, got to give it to Tyler Burgess. He had some of those Promise Harris-type tackles and really looked good there tonight. So those are our offensive and defensive players of the game, presented by P. Castles Law, PLLC.
In addition to offering custom design and personalized service, Creative Wiring Solutions offers a wide variety of products and services, including speakers, projector screens, flat screens, and so much more. They'll customize packages and accessories for your individual needs. Expect the best. Call Creative Wiring Solutions to start your install today. 919-557-6900 or visit creativewiring.com.
That is the sponsor of our live stats, and let's also hear about P. Castles Law.
Tonight's Players of the Game are presented by P. Castles Law. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com for your business contracting needs.
Thank you very much. Those are our Players of the Game. Let's turn it over to our Plays of the Game tonight, and our Plays of the Game, definitely got to give it to Matthew Lyons for that punt. Again, the return, flag, that kind of wipes a lot of that out, but however, still a 76-yard punt tonight by Matthew Lyons. Really nice by him. We also give it to Briley. First name.
Darius.
Sorry, Darius Briley. Briley with nearly an interception there, and a good-looking one for Fuquay-Varina's defense. Our Plays of the Game presented by Window Effects.
Tonight's Plays of the Game are presented by Window Effects. Window tinting on your home or business can save you money down the road by cutting down on harmful solar rays that will fade your furniture and floors. Search for Window Effects on Facebook.
We will have your post-game coaches' comments presented by the Strong Center for Excellence, and our final timeout on the other side of this break on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Now here we've got a spacious kitchen.
Honey, this house is
brand new
beautiful. I
appliances.
think it's the one.
It just came on the market. I'm glad Krista was able to get us in here quickly.
Krista was right. With how quickly houses are selling, it's important to know the market and be prepared to act fast.
With the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty, we'll help you find your dream home. With Krista Absher, the important thing to remember is you come first. She works with honor and integrity, educating you every step of the home buying process. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Hey, have you finished writing that presentation?
Nah, I'm just winging it.
Hey, have you made our travel plans yet?
I'm just winging it.
Wilson, have you finished the big pitch for our client today?
No, sir. I'm just winging it.
Winging it has its place, and that's not when making important life decisions. It's at the 5 Point Center in Fuquay-Varina on Main Street, next to Sheets. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Search Winging It Tap House and Grill on Facebook.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. They specialize in home integration, structured wiring of smart homes, house audio, noise control, security, monitoring, central vacuum systems, and so much more. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. They recognize the special care and attention to detail needed when designing your home entertainment. Expect the best.
Welcome Welcome back into the Bengal postgame show presented by Wingin' It Tap House and Grill. We now send it down to the field with the coach, Jim Cole, and the head coach of the Bengals, Jeb Hall.
Coach, what's the biggest thing you learned tonight?
Cleveland's running back's pretty good. We need to work on tackling and blocking, and catching and throwing and running, and we got to work on a lot of things. I know it was a short week for us, but our kids still gave great effort all the way up to the end. We just got to keep getting better each day.
You mentioned you've got one more non-conference game and then your real season starts. What do you do as the coach? I mean, it's almost like starting a brand new program here with the guys where you are right now. What do you do to keep them competing, getting better, and not looking at the win-loss total, but just focusing on getting better every day?
Well, I mean, we've talked all summer about, we got to get ready for the real season, being the conference games. And, we've had a tough schedule, but, they've got to stick together. They got to trust in what we're doing, and we just got to keep getting better each day, and that's all we can do.
Big thanks to the coach, Jim Cole, getting post-game coaches' comments from the head coach of the Bengals, Jeb Hall, and those coaches' comments brought to you by the Strong Center for Excellence.
The Strong Center for Excellence is a nonprofit organization providing team, group, and individual skills training and league play for basketball and football, serving ages 6 to 18 with ability ranges from beginner to those preparing for college recruitment. Contact the Strong Center for Excellence at info@thestrongcenter.org or visit thestrongcenter.org. Stop.
That will wrap it up for us here on the Bengal R3 Sports Network. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. Bengals fall to 0-4 on the season. We'll have Clayton come to town on Friday night. We look forward to joining you then. One more spot from the Golden Pipes.
Have you gotten your all-sport season pass yet? The Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster The Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster Club's goal is to provide support and information to students, faculty, parents, and the community about Bengal athletics. Get your membership today. Visit FEHSBoosterClub.com.
Thank you very much. We will be back with you again Friday night, 6:30 airtime for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Until then, for our producer, Luke Anderson, our scoreboard reporter and statistician, Evan Rogers, and our videographer, Nate Perez, as well as the coach, Jim Cole, I'm Rand Northam, signing off. Bengals fall tonight to the Cleveland Rams. Good night from Fuquay-Varina.
This has been Fuquay-Varina High School Football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network, presented by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group, online at theabsherrealtygroup.com. The play-by-play announcer of the Bengal R3 Sports Network is Rand Northam. Color analyst, Jim Cole. The announcer is Ron Stutz. The statistician and host of Bengals at the Half is Evan Rogers. The producer is Luke Anderson. The videographer is Nate Perez. Bengals football is also brought to you by the Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart and online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse. By Dickens Insurance Agency, proudly serving the Fuquay-Varina community since 1956. By Wingin' It Tap House and Grill, located in the 5 Point Center next to Sheets on the east side of Fuquay-Varina. By Window Effects, give your ride that touch that will make heads turn. By P. Castle's Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game. By the Strong Center for Excellence, empowering youth on and off the court and field. And by Creative Wiring Solutions, the area's leader in custom home entertainment. Any duplication or rebroadcast of this transmission without written consent from R3 Productions is strictly prohibited. The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are those of the commentators and do not necessarily represent or reflect the official policy or position of R3 Productions. This has been a presentation of R3 Productions.